Hello and welcome to the last stream of the week, and it is the Discord community night. I missed it last week, so I do apologise. Hang on. My throat's starting already. Fantastic. Anyway, settings are up on screen for what you see. In the Discord, we decided via a vote what we're doing tonight, and pretty much the entire Discord voted for multi-class racing for tonight. So that is the settings we're running under. A few more things have been done for it tonight as well. We've got ourselves a scoreboard, and it's not just the teams. We've got scoreboard for the teams, we've got scoreboard for the Group 3 drivers, and we've got a scoreboard for the LMP1 drivers, too, of course. Where have all the... Are you sorting them right now, on the LMP1s? They've all disappeared. This was perfectly sorted beforehand. No, any spaces tonight have already been sorted, guys. I do apologise, but all the spaces have been taken. Of course, they're given... are we obligated to be in our voice channels, or is that optional? I'd prefer it if you were, because obviously I'm going to be coming through and... I've got to scroll up. Aha, so I do. 'Twas my doing. Anyway, yes, there we go. Everything is taken tonight, guys. I do apologise, but we'll be back business as usual next week. But of course, doesn't mean you have to go anywhere. Stay around and watch the multi-class racing. And so we've got some very fast drivers in with us tonight. And of course, it's a team base, a car in each category, so it'll be interesting to see what happens at the end as well. So I can't join even if I have you as a friend. Not tonight, Lino. Sorry, no. All the spots were taken from the Discord. I'm pretty sure you're in the Discord anyway, though, aren't you? I'll say there was a few tags and placed in about it. There you go. Yeah, but I didn't see it. Oh, I'm sorry, bud, but yeah, all these spots have been taken. Again, though, business as usual next week. No, or not to worry. So yeah, as you can see, there's 15 participants maximum tonight. Myself being one, and then there will be 7 racers from each category. So, your settings then for tonight, so everyone is aware. We've got rain here at Le Mans coming in towards the end of the sector, so keep that in mind for your strategy. There's Casper in the background. Everyone say hello. We've got a... Do we fancy a rolling start, or do we want a grid start?
Grid with false.
Grid with false, no worries. We've got our braking balance on, but that is it. Hello, Orion. Real slipstream, no mechanical damage, 3 times tyre wear, and 4 times fuel. 3 litres per second refueling, and 180 seconds then to finish the race off. 90 seconds finishing time on qualifying, which is 10 minutes. And yeah, then everything else is, as you'd imagine, with the settings. No mandatory pits on this one, of course, because it's a wet race. 4 is like 4 laps. Is it?
I think, wait, how much continuation time is it?
Okay, we'll do 3 times fuel then. We'll do 3 times fuel.
Can we do 120 seconds?
Race finish. Oh. There we go. Yeah. It's a longer track, I hear you. The wet part in the rain is how much? So it will be after the halfway point. So after 20 minutes point, that's when you want to be checking your weather radar to see when that rain's coming in. It's going to come down, well, it's going to come down light at first, then torrential, and then clear up for the end of the race. We could move these about if you'd want, so that it's sunny for a little bit longer and it's more...
Matt. There's no way that someone can steal my space, right? Because I have to go...
yeah, no, it's spaces are reserved. Just make sure that you're in quick enough so we can start the...
Yeah, I'll be back in maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Make it quick.
Joe, vergiss nicht, das kann auch so Regen sein wie in der SEL.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, we'll finish in the sun in the late morning as well. Okay. Right, I think that is all the settings ready and good to go. I'm not too sure about all of you guys that are entered into the race, but are you all ready to go?
Yep, we're ready.
Fantastic.
We have the time.
Well, I'll jump the lobby open now. You guys can jump in. Of course, we'll have to make sure, or we'll have to wait until we've got the full grid in, and then we can get qualifying underway. And of course, we'll wait for Semi to get back as well. He's just nipped off to the toilet, I think. But yes, lobby's open, guys. Jump on in.
There's also no mandatory pits when a wet
Yeah,
race.
no mandatory pit stops on a wet race because a pit will be forced by the weather. I've just changed the rain around ever so slightly as well, so you'll see that the rain comes in around about the 20-minute mark in the race. Mozambique here. Ah, lamb cutlet. How have these... Oh, is it? I've put it to an open lobby, not friends only.
Yeah, just clicked on it.
In fact, no. No. We don't need to. I'll start it again as a friends only lobby. I'd rather do it as a friends only lobby. I do apologise, guys. Load settings, multi-class, yes. Quickly just change this back. I'm terribly sorry, guys. I should have noticed that. That was silly. Yeah, so we'll start RO6, RO8, and then go from cloudy. There we go. So yeah, round about the halfway point.
Quality continuation.
For a continuation, yeah.
And the fuel back down onto 3. Yeah.
I think I have you as a friend, so I don't think I'll be able to join.
Yeah, you should. You can say just add me on PSN. My PSN's literally on the stream screen right now, so just check me an ad real quick.
Alright.
Well, the lobby spaces tonight are reserved.
It still says public.
It's the public.
Oh, I'm a dickhead.
Save the settings for them, maybe.
Yeah, he did save him. So.
Okay,
Save the settings now, save the settings.
I'd already saved them. I were over at them. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm such a tool, honestly. So for the third time, funnily enough, I told Freddie that I was going to delay the start, and this isn't me delaying it. Freddie's here. I'm just generally being stupid. Right, now it's friends only. Now you can all join.
3, 2, 1, go.
Are we getting practice or are we going straight into quality?
No.
Straight into quali once the lobby's full.
Fair enough.
Because it's 10 minutes off quali, so there's a fair amount of time for practice in there.
Should I do M6 or Daria?
Yeah, no worries, Icon.
I don't know.
My Grenfell will crash.
I was about to check and then I remembered that's Nick. Why is DJ joined? I thought DJ wasn't racing.
Oh,
Sorry, DJ.
Who's N Santos?
that's Nico. Nick.
Oh. I hope you don't have precision Wi-Fi. It looks like it from the way from the time you take to load in, bro.
I also forgot to
Okay,
change the thing down to 15. NXWXK.
That's Reaper, he's in racing.
That's Reaper, he's not here.
He's not racing.
No.
No.
Sorry, Reaper.
Yeah, Ryan, you're not keeping up, bro.
Watch how he's gonna DM me on Discord now saying why the f did he get kicked?
Probably, but it's a community race night.
He was not community, get the hell out.
Well, he could be community. It's just he didn't apply.
Now he isn't.
First
ARPS shouldn't technically be allowed to race in our Tuesday Group 3 lobbies, actually. He's got C sportsmanship rating. But the one that filled the gap, it's not teamed with me. DJ, no, you're not running, mate. You said that you weren't running, and all teams were were placed in. AK, my man, I'm terribly sorry, but you weren't registered in tonight. Remember, we've automatically reserved these spaces, guys. DJ, you were given the opportunity.
Join the Discord, bro. Who's the Brazilian?
I would have applied. I just don't touch. No worries, DJ. Have fun on Assetto though, bro. Julian, next time that we do a multi-class, hopefully it'll be open to everyone or just to all. Thank you to whoever subbed. Thank you, guys. But yeah, hopefully it'll be open to all for the next one that we do. But yeah, it's a good little setup to have the multi-class. Right, so who are we missing now off the full grid? We're missing 2 people.
Yeah.
Okay, right. JHS said that he's going to stick in stream as a reserve driver. So if anyone needs a reserve driver, JHS is a reserve driver.
No.
I think I should have sent you a friend request.
Luckily I can.
Yeah, and it's a friends only lobby, so you've got to be friends with me. You should have me as a friend anyway, but if not, chuck me an ad quick.
Fuck. I don't know which customer.
We are missing 2 people. Who are they? Sliced, Icon, Nick, Astral, SAS, Jolvo, ARPS, Dented, Orion, Panam, Semi, Sim, Senzu.
I don't have a post delivery, because there is no post delivery.
Yeah, bro, it doesn't matter. Just choose anything.
Freddy, no, Freddy's in. Astral's in, yeah.
The only team that doesn't have fitting liveries, bro.
Are we?
Yes.
Yes, please.
I've literally made liveries.
Yes. Yes.
Fuck it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I
Yes.
go Porsche.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
You
No, but incoming. Yes.
You can try to you can try to put on
Yes. Yes. Yes.
a short
Yes.
delivery on the Peugeot. If you can
Yes.
find one.
copy us.
Yes.
Going Porsche now.
IT is not here, so we're waiting for IT
It-
and... Yeah, sorry, we're waiting for it, and we're waiting for
Me as well.
Supercat, yeah.
I'm a DM him.
Yeah, and so DM IT in time to get in quick, so as soon as we got a full grid, we can get underway with qualifying and start get underway with the endurance races
We
tonight.
did say like, we did say it's going to be a bit. How about that?
And of course, we've got our team chats tonight, so the team members are going to be going into the individual chats. I'll be able to drop into them occasionally and just have a chat with the drivers, see what's going on. And yeah, we'll just it should be a good run for us tonight. But we got 2 more people waiting to jump in, and then we can get underway. There we are. They've been pinged. They have been notified. Yeah, Supercat's in with us.
So it is still at work because a coworker didn't show up when he was supposed to.
Ah, I
He can't
see.
leave yet. He will take like.
Thought it was 50 minutes races. Well, it is if you include 10 minutes of qualifying sliced. I did put that into general earlier.
Slot hope, really.
Right. Come on, guys. 2 people waiting.
Yeah, I think for it, someone has to jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it and Supercat just waiting for now. Supercat, are you struggling to join?
Bro,
I think because
3 races, Julian.
I swear. If I have, then it's not been really filling up. So
I'd say we'll, yeah, see if it shouldn't have any issues.
I did the wrong person.
Team Good Smile Racing there in the form of Orion and ARPS, Icon and Nick, who I believe. Let me pull my keyboard up now for the fun parts. There we are. Oh, there's Jolvo into the barrier. There's Sliced, and then there's Senzu.
I think someone can jump in now for it, because he's not gonna make it.
It's not going to make the stream.
Not the first race, at least.
Okay,
Yeah,
who was its teammate Orion?
That's
No.
me. Me.
Oh, so you can't join anyway, can you?
I think I will be able to, because if I can get the right.
I'll say I need you to try and hurry up if you can, jumping. So otherwise, of course, we're gonna have to look for a reserve team.
Yeah, of course. No.
Funnily enough,
Hopefully
DJ and Julian could technically make a team here now in the chat. It's just giving everyone the chance to be able to join. Of course, I don't want to kick Dan's Got Eyes out or Supercat in-game name. I don't want to kick him out just yet because he's just trying to join and he has registered. So
I could always do it next race.
I bet him.
Kilometer, yeah. Do you like
I
the-
don't know why IT can't make it, but he can't make
Yes.
it.
No, someone at work didn't show up when he was supposed to, that's why.
Okay, Julian, in you come then.
Sam, ich habe noch den hier, warte.
Ja,
Schau noch
In
mal.
you come, Julian. We'll change things over. Now I'm on a set of Corsa. No worries, DJ, don't worry. Supercat, are you going to be able to try and jump into this race? Because we can swap. You've got a backup for you.
I could always try and jump in next race.
Why can't you jump in this race?
Because I've added someone.
By the way,
Oh.
die Punkte oben auf der Haube.
I can't actually hear you, I'm not going to lie.
Da habe ich diese Punkte schon gemacht, die ich lesen wollte.
geil. The race
Thing is,
goes.
not-
Okay, yeah, it is gonna make the second one.
yeah. I'll do the second one.
So it's going to make the second one, is he?
It is gonna make the second one, yes.
I'll do
Okay, well who's making this one then? Because we're still going to be a man short and Julian's going to run his own.
Upon I'm gonna kill him.
Lino, you could potentially jump in now if you've got a Group 1 car. As long as it's one of the LMP1 cars.
Good luck trying. Ryan.
So Supercat can't join this race either.
Well, I'll try.
Why don't you?
I am.
You are.
I'm
Yeah.
trying.
You're trying. Is it not connecting you again?
It's not connected, man.
Bro's Wi-Fi is worse than mine. Holy sh.
Oh, 'cause that's mean if Supercat can't connect.
I can connect. I just with one. But
Ryan.
the situation because we made it friends and I'm like,
You've added me though.
I swear I have. Yeah. It's not online.
Oh, it's not because I'm not online. If you just do the search for friends, it should still come up.
Yeah, it does.
It just, it comes up as your friends in the lobby regardless of whether they're online or not. So, try doing that. Worst case, try and restart your GT.
Oh yeah, might have to do that. Yeah, that'll make more sense. Yeah.
Right, well JHS can go Group 1 preferably to Group 3. So would you like to go Group 3 and then Julian can go Group 1?
Well, I've got a group 1 car. I got a group 3 car. So whatever fits, I'm not really bothered.
That's up to you guys. I mean, I think, if JHS would prefer to go Group 1, so I think you can go Group 3. Just realistically, try and work out, it's a last minute team creation, I guess. Try and work out your strong suits. And if JHS is stronger in the LMP ones, then so be it. He was very, very strong in the Super Formula Open Wheel. He came third in the championship for that. So
Yeah, make more sense one. So
there we go. Then JHS, go Group 1, man. Go Group 1.
I'm not even gonna say which crash I just recreated.
Thank you, love. There we are. Scoreboard's been updated, and Julian's now registered in.
Yeah, but it will make the second one. So,
There we are. It will make the second one. Okay.
Jova, you will see which crash I recreated once you come out round.
Well, if I'm honest, right at this moment, we're actually seeing if
Yeah, I see.
its teammate's going to be able to make the second one, if he can connect.
yeah, done it. I'm in.
You're in?
Joining now. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's connected.
Come on.
This is the difficult bit now. This is the bit where you can't get past.
I'll sort out the issue. Hopefully. I'm begging.
This is what Supercat's been suffering with in our lobbies. He comes in, we can see his name, we can see him spawning in, but that's it.
Yes, I'm in.
He's in. Supercat has joined for the first time in a while. Supercat is back.
Told you I fixed it.
Bro was able to join.
Okay.
Something like this.
Nice. Okay. Right, we'll get into your cars then. Let's get settled in for 10 minutes of qualifying around Le Mans and get the Endurance Thursday underway. Yeah, Supercat go Group 3, JHS 13 go Group 1. There we are, TSO 50 Hybrid, Martini livery. Supercat, by any chance, have you got a Martini livery?
No.
Nah, that's fine. Don't worry. We know you guys are a teammate. We know you guys are teammates anyway. Yeah, it's waiting for Supercat to get into his Group 3. Can I join now? Who is this? Who is this? I don't know who this is, but hello, welcome. Unfortunately, you can't join. It's well, sort of pre-organised event now, this one, for the community night, and we've got the scoreboards here, which include the LMP1 drivers, the GT3 drivers, and then the teams as well. No worries, Julian. Don't worry, yours is still a Fleet Sport livery, isn't it, Senzu? Senzu. Oh, I can't see it, but I'm pretty sure it's a Fleet Sport racing livery at the top. Okay, everyone is on track, so are we all ready to get underway with qualifying?
Yep.
Yes.
Sweet, yeah, don't worry about it then. Okay, so if we're all ready to get into qualifying then, shall we start by moving ourselves over to the teams? Astra team is already over there. And say everyone start moving yourselves over to your teams. Best of luck in the race and the qualifying, guys. And we shall catch you either during the race when I pop in to have a little chat with you, or it will be after the race. And we'll see if we can all come back to general.
Yep. So ist auch noch eben angeguckt.
No.
There we are. So Julian, you are technically Team 6. Hyperspeed is your team, Julian. So just remember that your team Hyperspeed, okay? Yeah, so everyone has now gone into their team chats apart from SMFC, but I think they're in a different chat. Yeah, wicked, okay. Sweet. Let's get underway then with the qualifying. 10 minutes of qualifying then around Le Mans. 120 seconds continuation, and then into the 40 minutes qualifier. And of course, rain will be coming halfway through the session, around about the 20-minute mark. So keep an eye on that as well, fellas. Team Hyperspeed, Julian. Team Hyperspeed. So with qualifying soon to get underway, just waiting to see who's going to be out of pits first. Is there a leaderboard for the classes and the points? Yes, there is. We've got a leaderboard for all. There's the leaderboard for the teams so far. I do apologise about being all stretched out, but it was just to be able to make it look good. But yes, there's our teams. There's our team score for tonight. Can you just join to watch? Yes, Lino, I will allow that because the qualifying's are now started. There was an extra space given for a commentator. It was meant to be a 15-man lobby, but a mistake's just left it as 16. So yeah, you're welcome to jump in and watch, mate. If you want to, and of course, because you're in the Discord, mate, you're welcome to come and join me in the general chat and sort of commentate along with me as well. Don't have to, of course, but the option's there for you. And remember, those guys of you that are in the LMP1 class, that it's up to you guys to control the overtaking and going around the slower cars when it comes to the overtaking side of things. So make sure that you guys in the LMP1 are just taking extra care going around these Group 3 runners. Ah, Lilo has left the room. So Icon then, Team Astra. Main sponsor there's looking to be MasterCard, and that livery is... That livery is matched there from Icon across to Nick in the LMP1 Porsche. I think that's the Porsche. If not, it's the Toyota. Game just froze me for 19 seconds. Weird. And also having issues. Oh dear. Have we just... Yeah, we have. We've just lost... Ah. JHS 13 has just... Oh, no. JHS 13's dropped out due to connection. Yeah. Oh, what do we do now? Because he's missed qualifying. And he can't enter into the race halfway through the... Oh. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, mate, it's... You've frozen out completely. You've gone. Yeah, so your game's completely frozen, but I don't know. I don't know how we can go about this now. My only option I could potentially think to get you back in is we cancel off the qualifying and we start it again. But, you know, I suppose everyone is on their outlap still, but it's just a pain because it's 2.5 minutes already wasted of the lobby time otherwise. What do you reckon we do, guys? What should we do here? I don't know. You can end the race after quali and then you can start from the back. Oh, bet. Can I? Okay, right. If that's the case, then JHS, just jump in. You are LMP1 and you are starting from the back, which is rough, but it'll have to do, mate. As long as I can do that, Astral, thanks for letting me know. I wouldn't have known otherwise. Thanks for that, bud. Very wide for Orion there. Potentially a penalty as he comes out at the end of Porsche curves. No such penalty yet, though. That was very close to the limits, I will admit. No, I know it would give a chance for Lino, but we're running it as a team event only tonight, so it's 2 people per team, minimum and maximum. We're not going to have any single runners, because it would mess the points up. Especially if that single runner in a certain class, for example, comes first or second and, you know, clears out that points for someone else in a team setting to be able to take advantage of it. So, yeah, that's why we're just running it as 2 per team. How do I join the next one? Well, it is a great setup. This is the multi-class race, and it's something that I think will definitely look to continue. The next one, I can't tell you when it'll be. However, yeah, I don't know. I don't know when the next one will be, but the next one it will be open to all. Tonight was just the Discord community night because I owed the community one from last week. I wasn't able to run one thanks to Casper going to the hospital. I'll say thanks to as if, you know, due to Casper going to the hospital. So this is what tonight is. It's a chance to make up for it. So yeah, the next one will hopefully be able to be open to all of you guys. We'll just let you all know about it ahead of time, and then you know, you guys can get yourself set up for that without having to be in the Discord. It would make things a lot easier if you are in the Discord. So of course, jump into the link pinned on top of the chat if you haven't already. But yeah, it's not the end of the world, and we can do it without. So Ryan is the first one then on his lap so far. Astral, second place in 16 lab racing. Santos in the Team Astra, or Santos, sorry, from Team Astra. He's running third. JHS has left again. Have you managed that? Last multi-class stream was 1 month ago, so the trend's consistent. Then next month. Good point. Yeah, could well be next month. I don't know. We'll see. We will try and put another one in though, because yeah, it's definitely a setup which I love seeing, and you guys love getting involved with as well. Senzu in the Fleet Sport Racing livery there. SAS, of course, in the SMFC livery. Where is Sliced Bread to see his? 16 Lab Racing M6 for dented bumper. Icon there, just being passed by Slice in the SMFC. Just being passed by Sliced in the SMFC Group 1. Pan Am there in what I believe is LSR's M6. I think so. Anyway, matching with Jolvo, and then of course back to Icon in Team Astra. ARPS then, Team Good Smile, and then Supercat from Hyperspeed. Semi also from Fleet Sport. Yeah, well, you never know. SAS is in the Group 3 class as well, and he is lightning fast. if you haven't raced against him already. So he'll definitely be one to watch. But there's some good competitors throughout both classes tonight. I think there's going to be a lot of clean and very aggressive racing, as we just see the SMFC pair in here overtaking one another on the qualifying lap. Three races, so we can drop the number of things down in the... Do you know what? I didn't even notice that in the scoreboard, that we had 5 races on instead of 3. If you tell you what, if you make them all 3 race ones, then I could just go back through and adjust it on the size thing, and it'll look a lot better then as well, I'd imagine. Pan Am running wide there in the background. So far it is Astral with the fastest lap of 3:28 to Santos 3:25.7, but unfortunately a penalty. Jolvo not finished his lap just yet. There it is, a 3:30.9. Senzu. Senzu goes 3:30 or 3:32.4. SAS now, he's running first in the Group 3 sector so far. He could put a bit of a show on for the Group 3. Let's see as the times come across now. Yeah, SAS is the next one up to the line. Lap time's going to be all over the place because of how big this track is. Yeah, I'd say it's going to be hard to pinpoint the actual benchmark. But 3:28 seems to be it so far. And a 3:59 as the fastest lap there so far for the Group 3. Icon with a 3:59.124 going ahead of SAS. If we had the time, I would have set 2 qualifying sessions up to have the different runners in. Semi with a 4:05. 4:11 for Supercat. Dented bumper. What's dented bumper? 4:18. Ryan yet to set time, but with the 0.5 as well as Astro behind. Same as Santos due to the pens, and Sliced as well. Sliced, though, not penalties as such, I don't think. I think he just hasn't set his time fully just yet. Who was my teammate again? Your teammate is Supercat. Supercat in the AMG. So we'll allow a little bit of time now just for the lap times to come in. And hopefully then, once everyone has done a lap time, we'll start to then see the difference between the LMP1 and the Group 3 cars. To which then we can get a more accurate representation of who's coming where. So far, though, Astral is he's taking point for the LMP1 class with a time of 3:28.252. He's on a purple though, currently. May change due to this penalty. Jolvo, 1 second penalty, unfortunately not on a faster lap. Senzu, also not on a faster lap. Just waiting and say Astral seems to be the fastest runner so far on track. Penalties are so easy here, JHS. You are spot on. You can pick one up left, right, and centre here. You have got to be very careful with the throttle. So that's the final lap. Okay, so qualifying didn't last that long. Yeah, it's a team race tonight, Mohammed. With any luck, JHS. What's up, Alex? Unfortunately, though, no one has the availability to join tonight. It's a team race. 3 multi-class endurance races to decide the overall team winner tonight. Now, JHS, you're unable to connect. Hello, Alex. A lot of Alexes. Oh, sorry, a lot of Alexes in the chat. We've got Alex and then Alex Monster Diz. So, it was, in fact, Nick from Team Astra that took first place with a 3:28.135. Astral in second place, a 3:28.252. Of course, if that penalty hadn't have loomed over his head, he could well have changed that time about and stayed on pole. Long time no see. How have you been? Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. We've been having a great run so far on the YouTube and, of course, Discord community night tonight. And we're having a team multi-class race, or well, some team multi-class endurance racing. 3 races of 40 minutes with some 10 minutes qualifying in between. Hopefully you've got enough, mate. I really don't know about that one because we're just about to jump into the game now. Reserve spots, Lino, if you fancy jumping in, mate, it's going to have to be an LMP1 car, and your teammate would be Supercat running under Hyperspeed Racing. It's the only one at the moment with a space on the team. So then, the results. Who's not finishing in their... Oh, yes, of course, JHS timed out, didn't he? That is a shame. But, as it stands then, Sliced, he's taking pole position with a 3:23.8. Phenomenal lap from Sliced Bread. Oh, my gosh. Of course, he is the king of Le Mans. It's known in this community. No one can make it round Sliced. Santos in second place, also in the GR10 Hybrid. Of course, Team Astra. He's got a 3:28.1. Astral then in third with a 3:28.2. Jolvo in fourth with a 3:30 from Team LSR. Senzu then from Fleet Sport with a 3:32. Ryan from Good Smile Racing 3:33. And then the start of the GT3 cars. We have got Icon out front with a 3:59.1. SAS second with a 3:59.7. Pan Am, we've got 4 minutes 1 from Pan Am. ARPS a 4:4. Semi 4 minutes 5. Supercat 4 minutes 11. And then Freddy 4 minutes 18. This is the worst time. This is the worst time to do it. Remember, though, guys, as well, we have got some rain coming here. We've got rain halfway through the race. It'll last out for 2 blocks here. So yeah, about the 20-minute mark, we'll be seeing some rain. About halfway through, guys, and that will force the pit stop. We've got 553 subscribers. We do. Someone subscribed tonight. So thank you to whoever that was. I can't race. Don't go wets. Don't got wets. Oh, you can't change it either, can you? Yeah, JHS, see if you can jump in, bud, and see if you can, because if you can enter the track, I don't know how I do it. Do I end the race here? Okay. Yes, okay, so I can turn it off now. There we go. So I'll turn off. I know we're initializing, guys, but I'm going to turn off the qualifying now as soon as I can. And then we'll get underway. There we go. So no more qualifying on that one. We've already had it, but of course, thanks to Astral letting me know about the ability to do that. We're able to get Julian back in as well once he's joined. So yeah, just enter into your cars, guys. Astra had a lot of holding back, not gonna lie. I didn't push much to be safe, only because I only had 1 lap. No, that's fair enough. No, it says your network connection is restricted. That'll just be where the router is just coming back online. Who's jumped in? Who's jumped in? It is JHS13. Let me guess who's on pole. Zach, take a punt. JHS is in, I believe. You would be correct, Zach. No, he's not in. He can't connect. Who's on GTE pole? GTE pole is Icon. Icon is pole with the M6 Sprint. You haven't been kicked. I didn't kick you. You just weren't able to connect. Try again. Try again. Last time, and then we're going to just have to run it without. Lino, you could now buy racing or racing wets if you wanted to. Now would be the perfect time to do it. I'll say I'm really hoping and praying that JHS can connect in, because it would suck if we're not even able to get this underway with a full grid when it was promised and hoped all this time. Let's see. So sad I can't join you lot. I mean, Zach, you can jump in the commentary with me, mate. That's always an option for you. Come on, JHS. I'm going to disconnect mid-race. Well, let's not say unpositive things like these, or negative things like this. Sorry. No, JHS can't connect. Lino, it's going to have to be you, bud. The second reserve driver is going to have to step up. Don't worry about it. It's better than scoring 0 points at all. Of course, 1 to 7 points on offer. 7 points for first, 1 point for seventh. Right, Lino, have you got... it's 1 to 7, isn't it? So 7 points for first place. 1 point for seventh place. And then it's just backwards, isn't it? It's flipped. So we've always done the points. It's just always been with 10, isn't it? Top 10 score points. Because there's only 7 races per team, just 1 point for seventh. Yeah, well, it's not. It's everyone scores points. There's just 2 teams of 7, isn't there? Or 2 groups of 7. Well, Lino, best of luck. You're on a team called Team Hyperspeed, and you are teamed with Supercat. AJ, not too sure why you're jumping in either, bud. You can't join. Yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. Sorry, JHS, but we're going to have to get the party going without you anyway. I do apologise. Lino will be starting from the back of the grid for Team Hyperspeed. Best of luck, everyone. I hope we have a phenomenal race. Let's see how the next 40 minutes here at Le Mans unfold. Oh, Panam's just left. You're joking.
Oh, I hate my Wi-Fi. Or my game. Matt, sorry, I disconnected my game.
Panam's literally just disconnected as soon as it started. So...
My game's still... I have to restart it.
What a shame. I have no idea, but it's just... It's horrible. We're not able to run on a full grid. What a shame. And unfortunately, Team LSR are running a man down then.
It's 10 seconds into the race. So
Little bit of a delayed sliced for... Or delayed start, sorry, for Sliced. He drops down to 6th. Probably a little bit of a strategy from him, though. He's not going to want to get straight into it. But the grid approaches the first turn then. The LMP1 drivers all tear off through the first couple of corners and head through into Dunlop's Bridge. Push there from Sliced and Astral. Sliced has pushed him off, but he is waiting for him, so there will be no penalty for that, as he solved it on track himself. That's okay. The rest of the grid seems to have gotten through okay. It is Nick Santos then in the LMP1 class leading the race currently, and we've got Icon leading the Group 3s, just in front of SAS, who is hot on his tail. Do we restart it? I don't know. I don't want to mess it around too much now, guys. This is the problem. Sliced has called for a restart, and I'd like a restart because it means a full grid. What do you mean grid wasn't set? I'm pretty sure the grid was set. I don't know. Well, let's just run it as it is. It's not gone exactly to plan, but it's okay. We'll just carry on. SAS in the barrier. Not too sure what exactly happened there. Let's go back and have a quick look. So Icon ducks up the inside. Senzu spins out. And SAS just catches the barrier. Doesn't seem to be any contact between the pair. Just something must have happened in general. But SAS now running down in 9th. Let's have a look up through the grid then. Yeah, Santos out in first place. Ryan in second. 2.5 seconds out from him. Jolvo in third. And Lino in 4th. Astral in 5th. And Slice then ringing up in 6th. Icon still out in front of the Group 3. Are we resetting, guys? Are we resetting, yes or no? If we want to reset... If we want a reset, just everyone back out of the race. Everyone back out of the race. I just want to make it, I mean, well, it's sort of pointless otherwise, but yeah, just everyone back out of the race then. Just to make sure that everyone else knows. But yes, if we reset it then. Everyone back out of the race and we can keep the lobby. I don't have to make a new lobby. There we go. Fantastic. So, great race, guys. On to the next one. Now, who we got to wait for then? But grid set by host. Yeah, I believe that's going to be a better idea. Should be alright, love. Should be okay. So I know that Pan Am's just connecting at the bottom here. I'll save replay and message you the grid. Yeah, in fact, yeah, if you could go back through and yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to guarantee that I remembered every single person's place. GT is going great today. Honestly, it is not off to a great start, considering I meant to be shutting the stream off in, like, you know, about sort of 10 o'clock-ish. This isn't going well for it. So let's change the settings over. Custom grid. Pan Am's left again. Why is Pan Am left? Why is it grid? Because we want a grid with false check. Yeah, and so waiting for everyone now to jump into their cars, and of course waiting for Pan Am to connect back in. ARPS is just disconnected. Pan Am is in. Well, Pan Am and Joelville, they decided for grid check. I gave them the choice. They wanted grid with false check, so is what it is. Yeah, this is a real pain, guys. ARPS can't even jump in. We've put so much thought and effort into tonight and got it all sorted within the last, like, sort of couple of hours. And we've all put so much effort in for it to just not work. This is fantastic. Right, Pan Am is now in. Pan Am is now in. Pan Am is now in. Right, bear with me, guys, because I believe he is, yes. Ah, it is ARPS missing then. I'm just trying to sort. Astral, I see you sent me an image. I shall check that in a moment. Thank you, sir. Who has now? He's not. He's left completely. He's not in the Discord. Internet issues. Ah. I'm solo. This is not going good, my guys. This is not going good. The grid from Quali. Thank you, sir. Would you like me to change it to rolling start for you? Would that make things easier? Is it a GT issue or our? Do you know what? I don't know. Yeah, mate, it's because you kicked me. I didn't kick you. I didn't kick you. I just said that you couldn't join. Osman as a stand-in? Okay. Yeah, yeah, there's still a spot for you. Someone's joined in with me. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Orion. Yeah, we're just trying to get things sorted, mate. It's gone absolutely pear-shaped.
Everything has gone bananas. Everything's going
We've
wrong.
been live nearly an hour and we haven't even got the first race underway now. No, JHS can't connect. Who can?
ARP, I don't know where we gone. You didn't say anything.
ARPS, yeah, ARPS is now back. No, Pan Am's now disconnected. We can't run it. ARPS can no longer connect. JHS can't connect. Pan Am can't stay connected.
ARPS, GG.
Oh. Guys, what do we do? No, I haven't done a lobby reset. Would you like me to lobby reset? Do you think that may help it?
Everything's going downwards, bro.
It's all going downhill. That's Jolvo's just disconnected.
Not my. Not that.
Everybody's just connecting.
Yeah, let's try a lobby reset. But yeah, we're an hour in, nearly an hour into the stream, and we haven't even got one race out. I haven't got time to run all 3 races now.
Nope.
Oh.
Terrible.
Lord, I have a mercy.
Something is wrong with GT7. It's not even Wi-Fi or something.
I think it's the GT7.
Cut this part out of the stream. Do you know what, Sliced? I wish I could, but it's live. My only other suggestion that I think I could potentially do is just we go back to Ye Old Faithful and just go Group 3 Open.
And if nothing else works,
Could be that just the GT7 work servers are like.
Freddy, the problem that I've got, right, my only issue is, and I completely hear you guys saying, yeah, start a new lobby and whatever, but if there are issues with the lobby and I get disconnected and I'm streaming it, it's just going to throw the stream off, and so it's hard, do you know what I mean?
and if nothing else works, then.
But what, I haven't got time to run all 3 now. We've done nearly an hour and we haven't even got one race out because of this issue, like.
How about you just skip the first one?
Skip Le Mans, yeah.
We just skip Le Mans.
Directly to Spa, boys. Let's go.
Maybe even cut down the races to 20 minutes instead of 40 minutes. If you haven't got enough time. It's the same race, just a bit shorter.
Yeah, we could, I guess. Yeah, I guess if we were to skip Le Mans, as Casper just suggested, wherever you qualified could be where you get the points.
Yeah.
Just say like it was a red flag or something like that.
Alright then. Well, we'll do Daytona last to finish in the night. Let's change it on over to Spa. 40 minutes, 10 minutes qualifier. Rain, when do we want the rain?
Mad Spa also can do night.
3 blocks of sun. The rest is just torrential. Basically Belgian weather.
I'm understanding my guy right now.
It connects and surface like instantly.
I want to progress it, you know, I don't want it.
Yo, it. You just have to go into what was the theme again?
Thick cloud with rain.
Hyperspeed was your theme, right? You're going to.
Oh, in fact, we'll do that.
Yeah, must be.
I think there might be in a Gran Turismo, yeah, but if there's a Gran Turismo, like, we're not going to be able to run the other 2 either. This is what I mean. It's like, do we just sort of quit while we're ahead, or do we still try and keep it going? Like, I'd love to be able to do the multi-class for you guys. It's like, it's such a wicked idea. We've put so much effort in. Everyone's put the effort in as well for their liveries, their teams, their names.
I've done 2 liveries.
Right, we'll still try it. We'll still try it.
We could just do like a car show.
Just going to set it up as a public lobby just because I'll just remove people that aren't in. It's unfortunate, but obviously if they're community members, then we'll ask them to leave. Hopefully the lobby reset does fix it. The lobby's up anyway, guys, so jump on him if you can.
If this doesn't work, we can just do like a car
Yeah,
show.
I'm connecting instantly. Like,
Yeah, same. I'm connecting to servers instantly, but I can't.
Can I join to watch? Yeah, you know, that's fine, bud.
Yeah, it's like what I had. It's you could connect to it. Like you can
Right,
connect to
well,
the servers.
no, everyone's filling in. Yeah, everyone's filling in nicely. It's just this seems to be where it all starts to go wrong, you know.
Mm. It's like what I had. I swear it's the
Right,
same
there
what
we
I
go.
had.
Now we're full. Now we're full. Ah, and someone. There we go. There is still the one space. Oh, in fact, no. No, there should be. Yeah, there should be one more person.
Yeah, I'm just getting ready.
What about my team member? Have they? Oh yeah.
It is here.
Well.
Ah, it's here.
If you mean
I can't kick this guy, by the way. I'm trying. No, I'm only saying that because we've said to JHS that he can race now. He's like, yeah, sick, I'd love to. And then the guy that he was replacing is now back because of the cockabouts. So he could have got a decent race in. That's what I mean. JHS is on track. I can't kick this guy. He can't connect anyway, so I think that's why it's not letting me kick him, is because he can't connect. But I've got to wait for this. I've got to wait for this guy to leave so that I can get Senzu in. Can I be Garage 56? I mean, you can do, but there's no spaces left. There we go. All right. Oh, now you can join Senzu.
Garage 56 was the single car team on Le Mans last year with the NASCAR.
Yeah. No, and say we've.
2 years ago, weren't it?
2 years ago, yeah. 2 years ago.
There we are. Full lobby. Everyone accounted for. Everyone on track. We've got Supercat on track. We've got JHS 13.
Waiting for it.
I'm only naming the people that have had connection issues just to make sure that we've got everyone connected.
I'm here.
ARPS, yes. Panam, yes. Jolvo, yes. Right, by the looks of it, everyone's ready. I think because the qualifying's back now, we'll allow it. Are you guys happy to have the points for the race 1 given as the qualifying stats? So whoever qualified where, that is how many points you get for your team going for race 1, just to say that we've done it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, everyone's happy to do that. There we are. So Casper, the amazing backbone of the stream, she's working away behind. But yeah, it's unfortunate for those if they did qualify lower down, but it's just, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it's the fairest way to be able to do it and still be able to have it as if we did do 3 races, because we were on track. Let's get qualifying underway anyway. Let's just start it out. But yes, guys, best of luck in the qualifying. Smash that like button on the stream.
Bruh.
What's this now?
It is
Obviously,
here.
I couldn't get in.
Oh, we're running with JHS, aren't we?
Yeah, let's do JHS. Does the quali then for it, and it starts with JHS qualies.
Well, no, can't really, because once JHS is qualified, it means backing it out yeah, it means cancelling it all out, changing all the lobbies again, and isn't that where the issue started last time?
I don't know.
I think maybe just for this little race, let JHS 13 run, because no offence it, but you were late.
Yeah.
So if we just,
This one?
So if we let JHS run this one, and then it can switch out and run the next one, and we'll allow that driver change just because we've spoken about it and we know about it from beforehand. Sweet, okay. Alright, that's sorted.
Interlagos?
No, we're not doing Interlagos now, it's Daytona, unfortunately.
What do you mean, unfortunately, Daytona's amazing?
Down the race. How did you get that preset?
Well, for the first race, he didn't get any, he qualified last. Yeah. No, that's just the team. JHS is coming out and it's coming in. JHS is a reserve driver for them. So he'll still score the team's points. It's only 1 anyway. He hasn't scored a massive amount of points. It's the 1 point. Just leave it on there. We'll just add whatever it does in the last race onto it as well. Because JHS 13 is running this one for hyperspeed. So then when JHS steps out for it to come in as he's the original driver, it will just carry on earning points for hyperspeed then, if that makes sense now. So it'll be the same points Just that second, or whichever class JHS is in, it will then just replace him. Shit, hang on. You're Group 3, aren't you?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Well, Supercat's now Group 3 because Julian's Group 1.
Oh.
Oh, this throws things off. This is a... Unless we just do it for last rate and switch Supercat and... Realistically, as long as the team has 2 cars entered and scoring points, that's realistically all that matters, doesn't it? We can simplify things down. Big slide from Slice there.
Supercat was entered as the GR1, so...
Yeah, Supercat, as long as you're happy to go back to Group 1 then on next run for Daytona, and then it can jump in as Group 3.
I should not have picked this car.
There we are. All organised and sorted. It'll just mean swapping them around for the last place. No, I know.
Why is this car so understeering? Holy...
Just...
Jogo?
Yeah.
What's happening? That's the thing, see, it's Group 3, Supercat is Group 1, so it would be... When the switch happens after this race, it would just be putting Supercat's name onto the Group 1 instead of Julian, and then replacing Supercat's name with it. Taking Julian out of the mix. It'll just be that. Yeah, so apologies, guys. We are just we're just sorting out the run-ins of it for the scoreboard, etc. Just so we just keep everything running. Hopefully, though, the lobby is a bit better connection-wise now. We've still got full 14 cars on track, so that's a good sign, especially. It'll be though. Watch now. It'll be as we start the race, someone will disconnect again. And honestly, if someone disconnects on this one, we're dropping the multi-class because I'm not going to be able to put up with it. Orion so far, though, on a benchmark of 2:03.467. Astral seeing what he can do about that 2:03.525. So very close between the pair indeed. Santos and Supercat both now coming around the final chicane. Santos will be the first to approach the line. Supercat fighting with the back end of his Group 1 car there. And Santos coming across him first with 1.2 seconds gap down to second place. A 2:02.217 for Nick Santos. Supercat in fourth with 2:09.517. Of course, a little bit of an issue coming off the... hello, Schumacher. But yes, a little bit of an issue coming off the chicane. SAS then, he's 0.3 off the time of Icon. Icon, of course, having a faster time of, I can't see, 2:17 I think, or yeah, 2:17 I think his time was. 3-second penalty, unfortunately, for Icon. By the way, Schumacher, we're doing a team multi-class race tonight. This was meant to be race 2. However, we had a lot of issues with race 1 and weren't able to run it. So, yeah, we've sort of skipped and gone to the next race, which is this one. Hoping and praying for no connectivity issues throughout the race. Of course, we've got the full 14 cars on track, so there's 7 per category. Currently on board with Icon in the Group 3 category. And then Santos here in the matching Team Astra livery. He's in Group 1. Both currently heading out to their classes. When's the next round? So the next race, multi-class race, we were talking about this earlier, not too sure exactly when. But we will bring it back and we will open it up to more than just the Discord members. But tonight, guys, I'm just asking you to remember that it's community race night. The Discord community matters tonight. And it's my way of being able to give back to you guys for supporting the streams for so long. We don't run them every week. It's sort of every other week we run them. And because we missed last week's, this is why we're doing it this week. Next week, though, business as usual on the Tuesday, back to open lobbies. We've got a car show on the Wednesday, and then something coming up on the Thursday. Potentially, I think it might even be karting. Go-karting next Thursday. So, again, that'll be open lobby, though. Nick Santos, though, just goes through with a 2:01.132, very close indeed to the time of Astro with a 2:01.202. So these two in the LMP1 category will be giving us quite a show indeed. Orion still holding out third place for the LMP1 category so far. Supercat in 5th place then, he's at the back for the LMP1s, but we have of course got Slice Bread, who hasn't set his time, and neither has Jolvo. So, who was it? Yeah, that was it. JHS 13 in 6th. Now, he's also out in his LMP1. Icon still holding out top for Group 3 in the qualifiers. We've got 3 minutes left, 5 technically, if you include the 2 minutes continuation time added on. Of course, Icon in 7th, SAS in 8th, Panam in 9th, Semi in 10th, ARPS in 11th, Jolvo and Slice, of course, they still need to move themselves up, and then Dent to Bumper down in 14th, but that isn't for the overall race, of course, that's just for his class. Or that's just for the overall race, sorry, not for his class. Hang on, sorry guys. So the order at the top has changed around ever so slightly now. We've got Senzu from Fleet Sport Racing out in his LMP1 car. He's managed to put in a time of 2:03.2. However, Slice has now topped the entire grid with 1.7's gap difference, dropping in under 2 minutes. A 1:59.403 from Slice Bread. A phenomenal time indeed. Goodbye, Mohammed. See you again, bud. She just loves shouting whenever I'm on stream, doesn't she? She refuses to allow the stream to continue without her voice being heard, Baby Dragon. I think I can't come this night. Yeah, tonight it's all the spots are reserved anyway for tonight. Unfortunately, it's not an open lobby tonight. It's a pre-reserved lobby space. But next week will all be open lobbies and back as usual. This is, I think, the first sort of closed-off lobby that we've actually run for a very long time. So, yeah, it's definitely something which I do like and will be sticking around, but not all the time. We'll be doing the open lobbies mainly. Unfortunately not, Coco Baby, unfortunately not. Lino is the man in spectating with me, not commentating, he's just watching along. But I'd agreed for him to do so, if I'm honest, to fill that last space to make sure that we didn't have anyone jumping in and getting involved with the race as well that wasn't meant to be there. So Astral's still in second place then, unable to topple Sliced. Santos, what can Santos do about the time? He's approaching the, well, he's just come out of section 1, so we're not going to get his split time just yet. Hang on, sorry guys. I must say though, JHS, you've got a gorgeous livery on that. Is it the 919? Yeah, I think, yeah, it's the Porsche 919. But a gorgeous livery on that, nevertheless. I do love a Martini livery, I must say. Sliced in the SMFC livery. Astral is Team 16 Lab Racing. Team Astra for Nick Santos. Good Smile Racing for Orion. Hyperspeed Racing for JHS 13, of course, as we discussed earlier. He is the reserve driver. Senzu from Fleet Sport Racing. Jolvo representing LSR. Supercat also from Hyperspeed. Icon from Team Astra. Changed my name in PS and now just Schumacher. Nice. SAS in SMFC. Panam in Team LSR. Gorgeous livery from those guys as well. Freddy in Team 16 Lab. Semi then in Fleet Sport. And ARPS in Good Smile. So that is the grid then as it sits. For those that have come across the start-finish now, they have completed their laps. So the grid currently stands as Sliced out on top. Astral second place. Santos third. Orion fourth. Your laps are dead. Or your tyres are dead. Yeah, I don't think softs are going to be the call for in the race, I will be honest. We're looking at only 0.33 off Orion. Very close indeed. It's going to be a great race from you two as well, I think. There we are, and Jolvo is the man running at the moment in last place for the LMP1 class. in his Porsche, in the LSR Racing Porsche. Let's see what he can do about the time. Yeah, you should get a chance to change the tyres before qualifying, mate. You should get a chance. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure I announce it for everyone so that they're aware anyway. Yeah, I'm looking forward to some battles across across both packs, if I'm honest. It would be good. Of course, I'm not going to be able to keep up with all the battles across the board. I'm going to have to be flicking back and forth between them, but we'll see how it goes. Jolva with a 212 to come across. Unfortunately, not able to unsettle Senzu from 6th, so Jolva will be starting at the back of the grid for this one. I will just double... Oh, what the fuck am I doing? Fuck's sake, I just cancelled the race. Oh... Mate, I have no idea. I wasn't meant to put that at all. I wasn't meant to do that. I was meant to edit the race settings to have a look at it. But, of course, it's qualifying, isn't it? Oh, grid is still set. But I just can't go straight in for the race. It's going to have to go practice qualifier. But at least I can change it over to rolling start now. Hopefully the grid stays locked. Astro's got the results. If not, guys, this is shambles tonight. I'm terribly sorry. Yeah, so we're going to have to also do a custom grid layout as well now. Fantastic, because I'm a fucking idiot. And now someone's initializing, so it won't work. Ah, who's initializing? Ah, Lino's left. Okay. Fair enough. No worries, Lino. Oh, tonight's just going shit. Yeah, everyone jump to your cars and I'll change the grid around now. I'm terribly sorry, everyone. Fucking had enough. It's not the night for it, mate. It's not the night. It's not going on. This is glorious. We have never had so many cock-ups in one run from me, from the game, from whatever. It's as if the world and the universe are just saying, don't stream tonight. Yeah, we'll still be racing. We'll still be racing. Who the hell's this now? Get out. Sliced first. I want to say Astro was second. So Ryan was 5th, JHS was... Oh, was Orion 4th, actually? Because I know Jolvo was 7th. I sent you the grid. Thank you, Astral. JHS 13th, 5th, Simsenzu 6th, Jolvo 7th, Supercat 8th. How does that work? That couldn't have been, that can't have been the grid. Sliced, Astral, Nick, Orion, JHS, Senzu, Jolvo, Supercat. It is. But Supercat's now in a GT3. Oh, I don't know. What's going on? Like, who's where? Because that grid that Astral sent me doesn't look right. Because Supercat on the grid he sent me, Supercat's in an LMP1, and Supercat's registered Group 3 for this one. Supercat switched because JHS was in. Right. So what was the Group 3 qualifiers? So I didn't even have a look because I'm getting stressed out now. Oh. So Icon, SAS, Pan Am. Supercat's going to have to start last. Okay. Semi was down the bottom. Okay. Right. Are we all ready? Because if everyone is ready and everyone's on track, we've got all 14. Let's get underway, guys. I'm very sorry about this, and yeah, everything's all right. Thank you very much, Astral. I wouldn't have been able to get that done so quickly if it wasn't for you. So, yes, let's get ourselves underway then for 40 minutes at Spa. And we'll actually do the full 40 minutes now. If people start dropping out left, right, and centre, then I'm just going to be calling it quits and ending the stream because I'm not up for it tonight, I don't think. So we are going for the rolling start. Sliced on pole, Astral second, Nick third, Orion fourth, JHS fifth, Senzu sixth, Jolvo seventh, Icon eighth, SAS ninth, Pan Am 10th, Dented 11th, 12th goes to Semi, ARPS 13th, and Supercat in 14th. Away they head towards the line for the first time tonight. Oh, right, and away they go. Sliced straight away out in front, Astral following behind, Nick also closely following suit. Best of luck to all the drivers tonight. 40 minutes now of hard racing between all of the classes. Let's go. Sliced still out in first. Nick's in second place. He's got Astral very close behind, potentially looking to make a move already into lap 1 here. Exit in the first section goes Sliced, still in first place. Half a second splits himself and Santos now. Let's jump on board now with Icon quickly. He has got SAS really close in tow in the GT3 section, heading towards the shoe or the horseshoe for the first time. SAS then running very close, 0.4 out from Icon in second place, Pan Am in third, Freddy in fourth, Semi in fifth, ARPS making a move from sixth up into fifth. Pushing and nudging Semi out of the way. Their elbows were out, but ARPS makes the move. Semi looking to make the move back from the Fleet Sport Porsche. Not able to do so just yet. Really wide run from Supercat, but he regathers the Ferrari in enough time. Sliced, still out in first then. Half a second, nearly now a second out in front from Santos, who's got Astral close behind, but Astral's got a 0.5 penalty for a shortcut. I wonder he'd pick that up. But it will put him down into the path of JHS 13 in fourth. Oh, JHS runs really wide there, coming out of, I think that's, is that into La Source or out of Stavolo, I want to say, but yeah, 0.5 penalty for such. Orion now in fifth place behind JHS, of course, that penalty is going to come into effect next run round. Senzu, sixth place. Jolvo still running in seventh, but he's lapping nicely and still, or say lapping nicely, it's first lap, but he is still within contention of Senzu, so it's not too bad. So far, from the first lap, it is 12 seconds is the gap from first place of the GT3s here to last place of the LMP1s. Icon is first with a 0.5 penalty, still tussling it out, wheel to wheel with SAS. as much as I'd love to be able to stay on board with both, I think we're going to spend a little bit of time down here in Group 3. SAS up the inside around the first chicane. Santos looks for the inside line. Or not Santos, I'm terribly sorry, Icon. It's just the livery. It's very, very close indeed to the matching counterpart of Santos up in second place. But yeah, it's matched now. It's SMFC in first and Teams Astra in second place, both ways round. At the moment, Pan Am from LSR, he's holding third out, but unfortunately Jolvo down in seventh, and LSR, he'd need to pick up the points for LSR to put themselves in a contending spot, especially with SMFC and Team Astra both battling it out straight away at the top. Icon's 0.5 penalty, of course, is still going to cost him, and SAS now holding out in the lead of this race. He could potentially start walking away with it. SAS, of course, having a lot of confidence around Spa. I've only seen him a handful of times, but from whatever I have seen, he is definitely a fast driver around here. Unfortunately, he lost his A+ rating recently. However, I wouldn't say, to judge him on that in terms of his driving skill. He definitely deserves the A+ title. He is a phenomenally quick man indeed. Let's jump back on board then with first place Slice then, as he is now 2 seconds clear of the next man running, which is Nick Santos again, the SMFC and Astra first and second place. Third place goes to Astral from Lab 16 Racing. He's occupying the bronze spot on the podium. Closely then followed 2 seconds behind is JHS 13, who's having a bit of trouble from Senzu and Orion, both in a little train. Of course, that's Fleet Sport and Good Smile Racing behind him. Jolvo is struggling a little bit in the LMP1 class here around Spa, I think. He's not having the best of time, but he is still just cracking on with it. Not got too much battery left there either. Second is now the gap between SMFC car, or GT3 car, and the Team Astral GT3 car. Or Team Astra, sorry, not Astral. But Icon is, he's looking pretty good. Freddy managing to push himself up into third for 16, or for, what's called? Lab 16 Racing. It's looking good for these guys. It's SMFC first, Team Astra second, and Lab 16 third. A fantastic run for those three teams so far. ALPS from Good Smile Racing then. Where is Orion? Orion is sixth then. Bottom last, and ALPS is up in fifth. So not at the very bottom like Hyperspeed Supercat, sorry. JHS 13 is running fourth for Supercats, or not Supercats, sorry, Hyperspeed. I'm getting all my. This is the first time I've ever run a team name, so I'm just getting used to all the team names. But yeah, he's running nice enough in fourth. He's got a bit of a gap in front of him as he has behind. Not too much going on pressure-wise for him right now. Santos is still staying relevant with Slicer, not letting him get too much out of his reach. Could always make a move, or could even potentially play a little bit of a strategy with the tyres. JHS 13 is on the softs, as is Senzu and Orion. I'm not too sure if that is the optimal tyre for the settings that we've got, and say especially with how fast the tyres do seem to be degrading. I can't get my words out. Degradation? I don't know. Degrading. There we are. How fast the tyres are degrading. That would be the word I'm looking for. So, Icon is in second place still. Second and a half is the gap. Sort of mirroring the LMP1 results for the opposing, or for the mirroring team, sorry. Same as Freddy Dented Bubba running in the M6 from 16 Lab Racing. He's doing well in 10th. He's got a lot of pressure behind from Pan Am, though, in the LSR Racing M6. He's not letting him go as we head through the, as we head into the third section now towards Stavolo. ARPS not too far out from this battle as well, and he's got 3 seconds out then to Semi, but Semi's not in any danger so far. Supercat running behind in 7th place for the Group 3s, 6.5 seconds out. So let's see if we can find a little battle then. The LMP1 drivers are now starting to spread themselves out. Jolvo's just about 20 seconds off there. Jolvo not having a great race at all in the Porsche, unfortunately. So SAS 0.5 penalty above his head, and Icon very close behind, breathing down his neck. M6 versus M6, SMFC versus Astra. Dented Bumper and Pan Am having a little battle and wobble there from Pan Am, especially in that last chicane as well, having to run a little bit wide and backing off from Dented Bumper, but also puts him a little bit into the grasps of ARPS. ARPS, of course, was, I guess, an honorary member of Team Astra for a little bit earlier on, but decided to run with Good Smile Racing instead, obviously, of course, with having 2 people per team. Instead of having him as a backup driver, of course, he wanted to race, so he'd set him up with Orion, and Good Smile Racing was then born. JHS13 so far in 4th. He's doing phenomenally well, actually. He's got Orion. Of course, JHS13 is the hyperspeed step-in driver, as it was a little bit... I'm saying it, that is literally his name. It's 6585, I believe. He was running a little bit late, so JHS13 has stepped in on his behalf. Again, though, doing well. Orion is just in tow, about a second behind. 2.5 seconds now is the gap, though, from the complete race pace of Sliced to Team Astra's Nick Santos. Where are we at now, then, with this battle? SAS has managed to put a touch of a gap between himself and Icon. However, come the penalty line, that won't matter. Again, very close to the track limits there for SAS. However, I think he might have gotten away with that just on the basis that his tyres were still on the rumble strip. No further penalty increase for him, just the 0.5. But Icon, of course, is running clean behind him, so we could see a position change round between these two once again. On board, though, I don't think there's going to be any position changes from the LMP1 class. Sliced is dominating so far. Technically, they are both in BMW manufacturers if you go off the badge on the front of Sliced's Toyota here. Very nicely done and cleverly done to match himself in with SAS. So we'll just watch the move change over then between SAS and Icon. SAS sliding that M6 round, barely keeping the back end in check, but managing to do so as he moves over to the grass and allows Icon the place due to his penalty. Icon now up in first. It's up to him now to defend, and of course SAS has already put the attack on him once and managed to get round. So will he be able to do it again? And if so, what corner is he going to be making that move? I think, again, though, Group 3 is where the battles are going to be. The cars just do seem a lot more balanced. Pan Am has now made it round Freddy. Freddy having to defend off within an inch of his life of that of ARPS, but unfortunately ARPS makes its way through as well, and Freddy finds himself with a 1 second penalty, which is an unfortunate incident for 16 Lab Racing, I think. But no, ARPS from Good Smile and Pan Am from LSR both move up 1 position. Pan Am now occupying 3rd place for the Group 3 podium. Supercat is catching up with Semi ever so slightly, though. 5.5 seconds is now the gap. It was 6.5 when we saw. On the opposite side of the scale, though, Sliced out in front is tearing away from Santos now. He's 3.5 seconds. Astral, he's 2 seconds back from Nick. 16 Lab Racing Astral there. JHS 13 in his Martini livery Porsche. He is, of course, in hyperspeed racing. He's under a lot of fire right now from Orion in Good Smile. Orion really putting the moves on and applying that pressure, hoping to force a mistake out of JHS 13. Although so far it looks like JHS 13 is keeping his cool. Senzu having a little bit of a wobble there coming out of the final chicane and across to enter onto lap 6. But currently everyone seems to be running okay. Again, like I said, that the LMP1 car's now just starting to bunch out. Icon, though, is 1.5 seconds in the lead for the Group 3 contest, switching around, of course, SMFC and Team Astra. Pan Am from LSR still running nicely in 3rd. ARPS from Good Smile Racing in 4th. Freddy from Lab 16 in 5th, and Semi in 6th from Fleet Sport. Supercat from Hyperspeed then running in 7th. Where was Orion? Orion's now 5th, of course, battling it out with JHS 13 to try and gain a position up to 4th to then match his teammates down in the Group 3 class. Let's see, let's jump on board with Supercat then. So when's Supercat being encroached by Sliced? It won't be long, and we're going to be seeing the LMP1 class start to filter through the Group 3. So remember, LMP1 drivers, you have got to take care when overtaking. It's up to you to make that overtaking move done and get it done cleanly. So try and give yourself as much room when passing the slower class in front of you. Of course, don't need to tell Sliced this. Sliced is a very competent endurance racer, as is SAS. And to be fair, I think a lot of the people in here, just reminding those of you that aren't fully familiar with the rules. Santos actually under fire from Astral currently, though. Astral in 16 Lab Racing, really putting the moves to Team Astra. One of the stronger forces coming into the teams tonight. It looks like it's going to be a chicane move. Astral sets himself up onto the outside line. Santos defends the inside. Astral, little touch there from Astral onto Nick Santos. I'd like to see Astral give that position back if possible. That contact was just a little bit unnecessary. If you could pass after the after this hairpin, Astral, and allow Santos to gate the position back so that you don't lose time onto the Camel Straight and can have another attack and move. Thank you very much, Astral. It saves having to go back and look through the stewards, mate. So yes, this battle is now very much underway. We'll stay on board with this for just a moment, and then we'll have a look back through the grid as we have been doing and just catch up with everyone else and see how they're doing. Santos, though, currently out in front. Half a second is the gap to Astral, but Slipstream now in play. Car number 53 there, Nick Santos, doing a phenomenal job. Just coming up onto Supercat. Unfortunately, Supercat there on his racing line. It's up to Santos to make the move round him faster. This is holding him up and putting him into the path of Astral. Nick Santos finds his gap, but it leaves an open space for Astral to be overtaken. Now Astral is right onto him into the chute or into the horseshoe. Santos keeping the position by a hair length right now. Astral moving right to the outside, trying to get that optimal line into into the end of section 2 here. Santos currently occupying it through the fast left-hander. Yeah, it's great defensive driving from Santos to be able to keep his position there. Astral is really having to work for this attack. And say Nick is not giving it to him on a platter. He's making him work for it. But of course, I think this is the sort of work that Astral does enjoy. He loves building up the pressure, applying the moves, and just sort of figuring out the driver in front of him. And trying to find that optimal place to pass him. So far, it is looking good for these runners. So let's jump back over to the GT3 section then. Oh, there's been an incident. SAS now finds himself into third. Pan Am occupies second place. What's happened with SAS? Let's see if we can go back a little bit throughout the race and catch up with what had happened. No, that won't be it there. Well, I'm not too sure what had happened, but there has been a little change around. Pan Am second place now, chasing Icon in first for the Group 3, and he's got SAS closely behind. But the grid is bunching up. ARPS now about to be passed by the overall race leader, Sliced Bread. Sliced Bread now also about to pass his teammate, SAS, on Rouge. Will he do it? No, he's going to back out and make sure he plays it safe. Nicely done. So yeah, on board with SAS there as PhD Sliced comes through. If we go on board then with Slice as he passes the Group 3 cars, that would have been a nicer view actually. I'll make sure to get that one then for the next racer. Astral then in third, is about a second out from Nick Santos. Yeah, 8 seconds the gap between Sliced and Nick now. That is an incredible gap. But of course Nick was caught up in a lot of defending and a touch of traffic. I think Slice just found the optimal places to be able to switch him out. JHS 13 now. He's in on the softs. Jolvo still on the mediums and manages to push. He tried to push me in Orion. Hey, Supercat, why are you trying to push Group 1 cars out of the way? Yeah, Supercat, you shouldn't be pushing anyone out of the way, but you should just be allowing them to make their moves around you. Of course, it's up to them to get their overtake and move done. They are the much faster car, but try and just make it easier for them if you can. So, Senzu then, he's still on the softs, but those softs do not have much life left indeed. He's made it through nearly half the race on them, though, so that's an impressive run. And, of course, we have still got the weather inbound as well. Orion's on the soft as well, but running out of life rapidly in those rubbers. Astral's on the mediums, as is Sliced and Santos. But it is still heating up between Santos and Astral. Both of these drivers hungry for the second place. Let's have a look. Wow. Close move there from Astral to move in front of Pan Am, of course, running second place. You can just see up ahead Icon on his racing mediums coming around to start now lap 8 around Spa as we enter in towards the evening. The headlights are on and the race is getting darker. SAS, a little bit of a wobble out of the chicane, but ARPS staying on to him as well. Slight wobble out of the chicane for dented bumper, also Semi making it through cleanly, and Supercat now just approaching. So yeah, let's stay on board with the LMP1 battle then for a second. Nick Santos, he's out in front. He's got Astral closing him in on the Camel Straight now. There's a little traffic between the pairs. We see the blue flag there on the right hand side. Yeah, we'll stick on board with this camera mode here as he moves round the Group 3 leader Icon, heading into the second sector here. These the little chicane. There's a lovely sector. It really flows down towards the horseshoe there, and I do need to remind myself on the corner names here. I only know a select few. But the move is coming. It's coming close for Astral. He wants to be able to get that second place secured, I think, especially before the rain comes. These drivers are also going to have to now be thinking about their pit stops. The mediums seem to be faring well and will carry the drivers through right up until the track starts to get wet and change over to the intermediates. But right now it's looking all right. As the dark sets in, though, it's getting slightly harder to be able to stay fully focused onto the battle, so I'll just try and give you guys down as much of a run as I can. So far, though, Astral just under half a second out from Santos and gaining rapidly. A fantastic exit down into Stavolo puts Astral right onto the bumper of Santos, come across the penalty line. It's, 0.1 is the gap between the pairing. Santos is very, very fast indeed, but Astral could very well be quicker in the Group 1 section here. Astral has backed off by 0.5. I'm not too sure if there was a penalty for either one here. And to ignore that fuel lap thing, it's just because I'm spectating. As you can see there, bottom left, there is still a fair bit of battery left, or not battery, sorry. There's still a fair bit of fuel left. Sorry for Santos. So then lap 10, and this battle continues between these boys here in second and third in the LMP1 class. A consistent battle for the second and third places for these two. They have been battling now for a couple of laps well into the evening as we take on Rouge and Radion once again with these two. We'll stay on board just for the Camel Straight and see if anything happens between them, but if not, we'll have a look back through. I can see that Orion and Senzu have come in on the softs as well. It's time for them to switch on over. But this is the problem I feel with the softs now, as they've set themselves up for a two-stop race. These fellas on the mediums, they're patiently waiting it out for that rain to set in, and then they'll be switching themselves over to the intermediates. Hopefully we're not going to need full wets here, but it'll definitely be an intermediates job. We have got some torrential rain on the way in forecast for today. Santos and Astro, and say it's just a consistent tough battle, but Astro with a 0.5 penalty there, I think, unfortunately drops him out a little bit of contention for this place just for now. So Icon then still out in front for Team Astro. He's got 8.5 seconds gap back to Team LSR's Panam, who's running in second place. SAS is in third. He's currently being approached by one of the LMP1 drivers. Not too sure who that is currently, but I'm sure that we'll see in just a moment. SAS running in third place, though, currently in the Group 3 for SMFC. So still a relatively decent points haul for all the races involved. Dented bumper then. Freddy, he's in fourth from... He's in fourth in the 16 Lab Racing M6. Semi not too far behind there, as we could just see in the camera. Supercat, ARPS, what's happened here? It must have been a pit stop for it's a pit stop for ARPS onto the racing softs just to finish this stint. But of course the 3-second penalty is going to sit him back, unfortunately. So let's stay on board with the back end of ARPS then, as we watch the LMP1 car of Sliced Bread overtake him once again. Is that Sliced? I can't see. We're going to have to see when they get closer. Oh, it's Senzu. There we are, Senzu, sorry. Senzu is the last runner currently in the LMP1 category. Senzu's lost it. Senzu has spun. What happened there? Oh, case of just catching the grass, and he's found himself backwards and resetting from the back of the grid, which puts everyone else just a fair bit further ahead now. They've got a lot of a gap between them both now. Senzu's going to have a lot of catching up to do. 23 seconds is the gap now between himself and Orion in 6th place. All looking good then for the grid as current. There we are. 2.5 is the gap now between Astral and Nick. So we've crossed over the halfway mark in the race as well, and still no rain. It definitely was set to be coming up. However, not looking likely right now. Can't see the weather radar either. But who left? Oh yeah, it was Lino. Of course he did. But yes, Sliced Bread in first place, 10.1 seconds or 10.8 seconds clear. Santos now also with Astro gaining on him once again. the pressure starts to mount for our Brazilian driver here. Team Astral's representative in the LMP1 cat. Astral flashing his lights there, making sure he knows the move is coming. Astral is a phenomenal LMP1 driver, though. It's the first time I've seen him racing under this condition, and it's fair to say that he seems at home. He is definitely sticking it to Santos, who, of course, as we know, is an incredibly fast driver. Bit of a slide from Astral there out of the chicane, but it still keeps him onto the back end of Team Astral's Santos. As they head into the first corner, Astral doesn't take a quick look up the inside there. He's patiently waiting for this move. Again, a bit of a slip and slide around that hairpin, but nothing too much to worry about. Santos still in front then and in control of this battle as we head up on Rouge for the 12th time already here around Spa. As I said, over the halfway point in the race. Rain still yet to come as Sliced Bread currently battles it out with ARPS. And there, just makes it past ARPS then, as we jump on board with him. Yeah, big gap then from Jolvo down to JHS. Decent gap from JHS to Orion, and so on and so forth. SAS still in third position, 4 seconds behind Pan Am in second. Freddy 10 seconds behind of SAS in fourth. Semi 8 seconds out in fifth. ARPS in sixth, and then Supercat in seventh. Yeah, and say there's no real battles here, guys, if I'm honest. I think the main battle is actually in the LMP1 class with Santos and Astral. The pair of these have been at each other's necks the entire race, and I mean the entire race. Since it started, Astral and Santos have been neck and neck. It is going to come down to pit stops with these two. Whichever one can just find the perfect time to jump into the pits. Well, of course, that's if Astral doesn't stick the move here, which he does. Astral up the inside through the penalty line, and they are too wide now through Blushemon. Santos dips himself back ahead. Astral finds himself in the tow. ARPS now being overtaken by this excellent battle. A little bit of on-track entertainment for ARPS as Astral makes the move up the inside. But Santos says no, he comes back using the inside line. Slight wobble out from Astral, but he's made it. Astral out in front finally to commend this, or to direct this battle. But no, Santos, he pulls the switchback on the inside up the hairpin. It's now Astral back behind. We once again are sat looking at the same positions as they're racing. Constantly switching around between these two. Second and third dancing between the pair. Neither one want to give in here. And of course, why would you? We are in the endurance race after all. But yeah, an exciting battle between these two to say the least. It's the most excitement that we've got on track right now with the gaps that are building up between everyone. Everyone seems to seems to have settled into their race pace. And seems to be going good. Jolvo in on the mediums now. What's Jolvo going to? Oh, of course. No, I didn't set rain, did I? Hello. I didn't set rain in. I do apologise, guys. I forgot rain. I think I forgot rain. Can someone double check on the weather radar if any rain's coming? Because I think I've completely forgotten it. And if so, I apologise. No wet race in Spa then. Oh, no. As we say, it's raining. Yes. It is raining. People are now starting to pits. Santos, second place, still half a second back with Astral in tow. Both of these still on the race in mediums, but no life left in either. They're looking to pit now. JHS was on the hards, but unfortunately now having to jump into his onto his intermediates. Let's see, Santos and Astral are both far past the pits to be able to do anything, so they're going to have to battle it out in the wet and on the race in mediums. Astral's still not giving Santos a room or an inch of room in terms of the pressure. He's still very much piled it on him. Slice now into the pits there from first place. Medium tyres off, intermediates on. IT managing to connect. JHS is too scared to stay out. Do you know what? I do not blame you. Santos jumps in to the pits, as does Astral. It's all going to depend on where they come out now with these two to find their positions in the race. Jolvo now on the intermediates, though. He's a minute and a half out from Astral in third, but really not too far off Well, I was about to say really not too far off the line, but no, he is actually quite far off the line. Ignore that. I was hoping to stay on the hard in the rain, but too risky. Yeah, no, this rain is coming down thick and fast to the point where I'm even starting to question the intermediates. That grip radar is starting to rapidly decline. Bro keeps parking 2 on corners. Well, Astro, you're going to have to find a way around him at some point. What is going on here? As Sliced is refueling. They're all refueling. That explains it. I honestly, for a second there, I thought that Sliced Bread had pulled a bit of an icky and he'd found himself in last. But no. Sliced Bread now on the pit exit, and he will once again recontrol the race. He's just got Semi in front of him from Fleet Sport, who's come out of the pits at the same time. Ooh, who's gone full wets? Ooh, it's Santos. Santos has pulled full wets. Could this be a little bit of a strategy call and potentially keep Astral behind him? Of course, Astral really not far behind him out of the pits indeed. Both of these drivers are fueled up with what they believe is enough fuel to see them out to the rest of the race. Jolvo now approaching the final line, and of course everyone out here in the wets looking at that grip radar. It is slippery out there, so all the drivers taking as much care as they can to just be able to finish this race off. Although with that said, I don't think the rain is staying about for too much longer, so it's not going to get much worse than this, guys, not to stress. Sliced Bread, though, on the intermediates is still pacing nice enough in front. He's 4.5 seconds out in front, though, instead now of being 10 seconds out from the lead. Santos in second place. He's got Astral 4.5 seconds behind now, so that gap has massively increased between the pair. Not so close racing anymore. I was thinking it was going to go to the line, but I think the rain has just set a precedent to that. So in control of the Group 3 then, let's jump back on board with the GT3 class. Icon is in first place. SAS is in second, 25 seconds out from the pace. Pan Am in third, about 8 seconds out, and, well, yeah, about half a minute out then from the pace of the Group 3. Semi then in fourth, ARPS in fifth, Supercat sixth, and Freddy now in seventh. The order has changed around ever so slightly, just in the background while we've been going. But for what it seems, everyone is in their bubbles. There's no one really looking close to one another to stay on board with a battle. So for now, I'm just going to stick with the race leader overall, and which is Sliced Bread, who's put in the fastest lap, actually, of a 2 minutes 8:28. I don't think we're going to see that time change. Senzu now, unfortunately, being lapped from 7th place by Santos. Having a bit of a struggle there on the chicane. Astral just coming around that final chicane as well in third. So yeah, it's a phenomenal race from Sliced Bread and Santos. Santos actually very close on the full wets. He could have made a phenomenal call there, and he's actually now sticking it to Slice. So Team Astra and SMFC battling it out at the top of the grid once again. Although looking at it, well, if the order stays exactly as it is right now, SMFC and Team Astra are drawing heading into the next round. Astral from Lab 16 Racing, he's done a fantastic job there. And do you know what? As has, Jolvo from LSR Racing, JHS 13, the reserve driver for Hyperspeed. And, is Pan Am there from LSR. Semi from Fleet Sport. ARPS, Dented Bumper, he's Lab 16 in the M6. Fortunately not had the best of races, but of course Astral's points making up for that as well. So just into the last 10 minutes now of the race here at Spa. The rain is starting to ease up. However, the track remains soaking wet as we are in the pitch black darkness in the Belgian forest that is Stavolo. Slice now 2.8 seconds out in front from Nick. Nick seems to be clawing the time back from him, using the advantage given to him on the full wets. Sliced, of course, on the intermediates. I believe that... Oh, no. So Icon and Santos both went for the wets. As did Dented Bumper Freddy from Lab 16 Racing, actually. What's Astral? Astral's on the intermediate, so it wasn't a team-wide strategy as it was with Team Astra. They both went onto the wets, and it seems to be paying favours off, especially for Icon, who's, nearly 30 seconds out in front in the Group 3 category now. Fair play to him. Yes, 2.5 seconds is the gap. I think this may be where we stay on board with here, actually. And I'm going to go on board with Santos as he starts to catch sliced bread. Yeah, we'll jump on board with him. Let's see the view from his point then as we carry on through into lap 16 around Circuit de Spa. 2.7, I'd say Sliced really putting the toe down now. He doesn't want Santos to have to get within a striking range because that means a lot of defensive driving in the wet, in the dark here. And no matter what your experience level is as a driver, that is just not something that you want, especially not with, of course, the experience level behind Santos as he approaches. Supercat there. Whoa, very close one indeed for Supercat. That was an incredible evasive maneuver from Santos then. Let's watch this again as he comes through on Rouge, having to just dip up the inside there of Supercat to be able to stay competitive. Fantastic move from Santos to make it round. 3 seconds, though, is the gap to Sliced. I think it has cost him a little touch, as Sliced was able to get round Supercat cleanly. Although it didn't look like Santos lost too much time directly from that move. So we'll have to just keep on with it and see how it goes. That's I guess the beauty of the multi-class, though, is seeing the different classes intertwine with each other and make the moves around. It's great to see. I can imagine it's quite entertaining as well for those in the Group 3 class, having the faster cars fly past them all the time. It seems like it's a great thing. Of course, I haven't actually experienced a multi-class race on Gran Turismo 7 myself yet, and it's something which I do really want to put the thought and time into, because for when we hit 1,000 subscribers here, of course we're just over the halfway mark now, but when we do get towards the 1,000 point, I'd love to be able to do for you guys a 24-hour live stream where I simulate a real 24-hour of Le Mans. Fuel-wise, how are we looking then? Sliced is more than okay. Santos, plenty of battery life left, but not too much fuel. Hopefully he can carry himself through on the last 5 minutes. Astral, very, very close indeed. I think now the intermediate's really starting to pick up and take toll as the track starts to dry out. You can see there, both of the drivers ripping over to the side to try and find a little bit of wet tarmac to just cool those tyres down and get them working fully again. Astral now, though, in second place. Move made up the inside from Astral. Lap 17 here. Remaining 10 minutes, and Astral makes the move. Second place now for Astral in the LMP1 category. It's Lab 16 Racing that operates second place. Splitting the difference. Astral and Santos competitive onto Kemmel Straight around Icon RS. Santos makes the move back. What a fantastic bit of racing between these boys here. Let's just go back and watch that move again then. Astral up on Rouge. This is lap 16. Why are we watching lap 16? Oh, why did it do that? Terrible. But anyway, we've just watched Astral and Santos split the difference around the Group 3 leader of Icon to stay competitive, and they're locked in their battle. Must have been a fair bit of support shouted from the M6 of Icon as his teammate Santos battled Astral past him. Oh, Santos runs wide. It is Astral now out into second place. Nearly a second between them from that mistake due to Santos. Santos is going to have to work really hard now over the remaining 4.5 minutes to push that gap back down to within a second and hopefully make a move on Astral. But if not, it is looking good for Astral from Lab 16 Racing. He has put in a phenomenal shift there and an amazing drive to be able to catch back up onto the rear end of Team Astra's LMP1 car and also put himself, of course, second place. 2.5 seconds now, the gap between himself and Santos. Sliced Bread, though, he's out in front, not a care in the world, with 4.5 seconds between himself and second place of Astral. Fantastic racing, though, at the top of the LMP1 category. So just jumping on board then with the top of the Group 3 category, Icon, who has had a dominant run indeed over the remainder of the pack. Pan Am in second place with SAS now starting to close on the now drying out track, but still rather slippery. Both of these drivers, SAS and Pan Am, on the intermediates. Anything could come here. Little mistake from Pan Am in the wet. could cause SAS to jump up ahead. A little mistake from SAS could mean no pressure for Pan Am heading through the final couple of laps. But I think it's fair to say that this race will be coming to an end for the Group 3 runners on lap 18. Pan Am, he will be ending it maybe lap 17, though, depending, of course, on where he is on the track. But no, it will be a close one to finish between these fellas anyway, because SAS is rapidly gaining on Pan Am now. Close. Oh, look how close it is between these two. It's fantastic racing. Let's jump on board then with the rear of Pan Am as we watch SAS chase him up through on Rouge and Radion. First hairpin done. SAS, decent exit from there. Oh, bit of a slide actually. Pan Am getting the better exit. Just starting to peel himself away, but of course SAS still within the slipstream, pulls himself back. Not somewhere you want to be, mind, is full throttle and in slipstream range going up on Rouge and Radion. Phenomenal run up there for SAS, puts him real close behind Pan Am. Little flash for the camera then, he knows we're watching, and the move is made. There it is, SAS round the outside of Pan Am. It's SAS now in second place from SMFC Racing, tying SMFC Racing and Team Astra in the points. That's if, of course, Pan Am can't do anything about that move and change the order back over. So far, it is looking good for SMFC Racing and Team Astra. Semi in Fleet Sport also doing really well to get 4th place. Who else is Fleet Sport? Is it... no, it's not Astral. Astral is Lab 16. Senzu is Fleet Sport. He's rocking 7th, unfortunately. Hasn't had the best of runs, but it's okay. Still one more race yet to run. Unfortunately, we're looking at the time. We're going to have to drop the time on the last race down ever so slightly. This might have to just be a 20-minute endurance shootout. And by that, I just mean no tyre wear, no pit stops, no fuel, no nothing. Just 20 minutes around the Daytona road course and see who finishes where. That'll just, again, though, because of the timing, I have to call the stream at roughly about 10 o'clock. And just due to the messing up from the first one, or from the first run, sorry, and where we had all the issues in the lobby. Oh, terribly sorry about that. But yeah, well, we had all the issues in the lobby. We weren't able to continue on with race 1, which was Le Mans, which is unfortunate. So Astral has dropped 11 seconds to the man chasing him in the form of Team Astral's Nick Santos. 12 seconds splits the pair. Now it's just Astral to put an attack onto Sliced Bread, actually, in the closing lap. A fantastic run. Go on, we'll watch this then. Sliced Bread out in front, a second and a half. He's been out in front, cleared by a country mile for most of this race. However, it comes down to the closing moments where Astral becomes a competitor and a worry in the mirrors of the SMFC Toyota. Astral is pacing fantastic. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing a faster lap from him due to the wet conditions. But he is definitely lapping quicker than Sliced at the moment. Definitely the fastest car on track without a shadow of a doubt. Half a second is the gap between the pair now. Bit of a mistake from Sliced. We're on the final lap. It is a neck and neck tie between the race leaders for first and second place. Which one is going to finish on top? Will it be SMFC? Will it be Lab 16 Racing? It's looking good for either right now. Sliced still in control. Yellow flag on the chicane. Slice dominates the inside line. Oh no, Astral! Astral picks up a 0.5 penalty in the last sector. Astral unable to make the move. It is Sliced who crosses the line in first place. Astral in second. Nick Santos then, he approaches the final chicane for the last time here, and he comes across the line in third. So long, of course, as he doesn't spin out and just stop dead on the line. He did spin. Ooh, that was close. I'm glad I didn't say anything. But, yes, Nick Santos in third. Jolvo now approaching the line in fourth. Of course, JHS13, Orion and Simsenz, who have already come across the line and finished their runs. Just waiting now for Jolvo to approach the line as well. So, Icon then, in the Group 3 category, now that the LMP ones have finished. He's got just under 2 minutes to make it to the line, and he will be making it. Let's see, how far off is SAS? SAS! Oh, they were. Icon and Jova will both be crossing the line at the same time. SAS, 14 seconds out. He'll also be crossing the line, luckily. Hopefully he won't have too many DNFs. If any, it'll be just be 1 or 2. Don't worry about it, Icon, it's alright. Jolvo has already secured his 4th position. Anyway, it's no bother. Icon comes around and finishes in 1st place for the Group 3 category. Well done, Icon. SAS now also around the final chicane for the last time here. On to lap 8, or it'll be finishing it off on lap 17 in 2nd place. Pan Am closely behind in tow in the LSR BMW in 3rd. He's got 26 seconds until Semi gets there. He better hurry up with his celebrations, otherwise that would be a phenomenal way to lose a position last minute. Semi rapidly approaching the line now. No, there we are. Pan Am's got himself going again. Crossed the line there in 3rd. Semi then from Fleet Sport has come across the line in 5th. And of course, as previously noted with the LMP1 drivers, ARPS, Dented Bumper and Supercat have all finished the race due to their positions. But well done to everyone on your running tonight. Let's get caught up with the leaderboards and see who came where. No points for fastest lap tonight, guys, because it's hard to be able to keep an eye and exactly see the fastest lap. It's pretty easy to do so, if I'm honest. It's just easier to not run fastest lap points. But the fastest lap did go to Sliced Bread with a 2 minutes and 8:28. 1st place, Sliced Bread. 2nd place was Astral. 3rd was Nick Santos from Team Astra. Jolva was 4th from LSR. JHS 13, the stand-in reserve driver for Hyperseed. He came 5th, so a fantastic run as a reserve driver. Orion, 6th place for Good Smile Racing. Sim Senzu then finishing up the Group 1 categories in 7th place for Fleet Sport. Thank you for the sub, whoever that was. So then, on to the Group 3 category. Or do you need a little more time to jump onto the... What's she doing? You need Group 3 now, yeah? Okay. So, for the Group 3s then, out in front was Icon Amir RS in his M6 from Team Astra. Well done, my friend. Sent you 2 clips of Supercat. Okay. SAS in 2nd place in his M6 Endurance. Pan Am also then came 3rd. Semi came 4th, and ARPS came 5th. Freddy came 6th, and then Supercat finished up the grid and came 7th for the Group 3 competitors. So yes, that was effectively race 1, but technically race 2 when it comes to the points. It will be very interesting indeed to see where we all stand on the scoreboard, so we'll switch over to that as soon as it's ready. But for now, I've just switched over to it beforehand, but don't worry about it, it's all good. Typing on the wrong keyboard there. There we go. Yeah, I've switched over to it already, but it's all okay because we can just have a quick look through anyway. So out in front so far is Sliced Bread from SMFC in the LMP1 section with a total sweep of 14 points. Of course, race 1 we didn't actually run it. We just took the qualifying results and placed them in the positions there. Yes, so we're just updating these points. Bear with us, guys. And we'll have them all ready for you, and we'll see where everyone is. Oh, there we are. So the LMP1 drivers are all done. So currently, Sliced Bread out in front in the SMFC LMP1. I'm driving the BMW hybrid, by the way, not a Toyota. Yeah, BMW don't have a hybrid. I know it's a Toyota. So Santos is in 2nd, tied with Astral on both on 11 points, having scored 5th or 5 and 6 points each. Jolvo from LSR, he is in 4th. Senzu is in 5th, tied with Orion and JHS 13 from Hyperspeed Racing, down from 6th and 7th. So the Group 3s. The Group 3 races currently out in front. We've got Icon from Team Astra. He's out in front from with, again, same as Sliced, a clean sweep with 7 or maximum of 7 points from both of the races. SAS taking 2nd place with a confident 12 points in total so far. And then Pan Am taking 3rd with 10 points. ARPS and Semi both tied with 7 points. And then Supercat and Freddy also tied with 3 points down at the bottom. Are we ready on the teams? Not just yet. Okay, we're just adding the teams' points up currently. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting run into this last race. But again, I do apologise, but the last race is going to have to be reduced. It's not going to be able to be 40 minutes. We're going to run a 20-minute shootout around Daytona. So there'll be no pit stops or tyre wear, just pure racing. No fuel wear, no nothing. I will also double check those clips as well, just to make sure that we're not missing anything major that had happened. There were a couple of calls for Supercat, but if I'm honest, Supercat finished dead last anyway, so it's not going to be too much of an issue. Okay. Oh, teams are done then, are they? Apart from Hypersport. Ah. Oh, it's adding them up as it's going along. Oh. Well, I know that... Are you doing... Oh, shit, you're doing equations, not just typing. Ah. Well, I'm just sort of typing them up as I'm going along. What was Hyperspeed's race 2 result there? We're just waiting for that, and then we've got, we've got the full list of the teams. However, it's 1 point between Team Astra and Team SMFC so far. I will be honest though, this is sort of one that I had, it's hard. It's one of those ones that I could have predicted. Let's put it that way. I'd said before it even started that those two would have been the teams. They've picked two incredible driver lineups for the pair teams, or for both teams. So, yeah, it was always going to be a two-horse race, but it all come down to this last endurance. 20 minutes of 3 times time. We're not looking at any tyre wear, no fuel wear. No refueling or anything. It's just going to be a full-blown 20-minute shootout, and that will be the deciding race for the points. But yes, teams as they stand then are in front of you there. SMFC up on top, Team Astra second, LSR third, 16 Lab Racing fourth, Fleet Sport fifth, Good Smile Racing sixth, and Hyperspeed Racing in seventh. Can we change car or nah? No changing cars. I don't think we should be allowed to change cars. I think whatever cars you enter in, you should be stuck with. And yeah, a little bonus Easter egg there for those that can see Will in the camera. One of the commentators, of course, that normally comes in and joins me.
How are we?
But
some good racing tonight.
There has been some incredible racing tonight, actually. We're doing the multi-class, so we've got Group 3 and Group 4 cars running. And it's been some great racing, I will be honest.
Is the other guy joining? Is that me?
Is that what? Wait, Matt, is the other guy joining? Yeah, they're asking if you're dual coming.
Oh, well, this is the other guy.
This is the other guy, yeah. This is him. Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully... Oh, don't tell me this lobby's screwed it now. No, that's okay. We've been having connection issues. We weren't able to run the first race due to connection issues. We started the lobby and like half the lobby left. It sucks. Semi's in the bathroom a sec. No, I'm asking if I'm still filling the seat.
I want to know how many hours the Semi's in the bathroom.
I don't know. Right, the problem is, Julian, is it's 6585's back now. And, of course, that's who you were filling in for. Who else is on your guys' team? It's Supercat and JHS13. Supercat switched over to LMP1 now, which is what we'd said was going to happen. There we are, and IT has gone Group 3 in the match and livery. So JHS13, if it's okay, just jump on out of this one. You can stay in the lobby and spectate, mate. I'm not going to stop that at all. It's only a 20-minute shootout. But yeah, we'll ask you to step out now if you can, because the driver you were replacing is back. But yeah, everyone, if you can, just jump into your cars and get some practice out. It'll be a custom set grid again, and if I'm honest, I'm just going to bang all the group... I think I might do a little reverse grid for each category, so we'll put the fastest at the back for each category. Thank you, JHS. There is still a lobby space, but it's only one, so it's okay. Let's get that grid order done now then, shall we? Sliced 7th, SAS 6th, Icon last, Supercat first, Astral in front of SAS, Jolvo SAS shouldn't be here. Let's just get all these sorted so far. So, yes. Who's just backed out? Who's just backed out? Have we just lost someone? Or has someone joined in? Yeah, someone joined the leave. That's okay. Yeah, Supercat first, Senzu second, Jovo third, Astral fourth, Santos fifth, Slice sixth. Is someone missing? I believe they are. Okay, anyway. SAS, you can go down here by Icon. It's up there. Pan Am down here. ARPS there. Freddy there. Okay. Sweet. 13 players now entered. Oh, it's Schumacher. Okay. Who's... Yeah, so we're just waiting... Hang on. We're missing someone. Who are we missing? No tie wear, nothing. No tie wear, nothing. Just a 20-minute shootout. Orion had to go. Okay, Julian, you can jump in replacement for Orion then on Good Smile Racing. He's just a general reserve driver, really, at this point. So, Orion is in Group 1, I believe. So, yes, JHS 13 into your Group 1 again, please. Yeah, JHS 13 is now replacing Orion. So, as soon as he's on track, I can get the grid set up. Fantastic, okay. Change grid order. JHS, move him up. Behind Jolvo. There we go. Okay, right. So just let me know, guys, in the chat when we're all ready to get underway for this final 20-minute shootout, which will decide who the overall winning team is. L. Thank you, Panam. If anyone would like to jump in just to watch the race, there's one spot available left for you. But of course, everyone who's entered, there should only be 14 cars on track, and that is the 7 per category. Who took the chance? Schumacher. There we go. Yeah, that's fine, but you can sit in and watch along. No problem. So who else are we waiting for to get ready now, then? Right, one last time then. Ready, everyone? I don't want to just start it if not everyone's ready. So, if you've already said ready, don't worry about saying it again. Just looking for the people that haven't. Oh, I don't blinking know. Not everyone's ready. We've literally had like less than half the grid say they're ready. What are the voice chats for now? Well, oh yeah, I said I was going to jump into the... Yeah, okay, never mind. I've completely forgot to do that. Yeah, don't worry about the voice chats, guys. It's all good. It was a great idea in hindsight, and it's something we can maybe come back and use again, but yeah, not this time. Do you know what? Let's just get underway then. I'm not too sure if Semi's back, actually. Whoa, 15 players have entered. 15 players have entered. Oh, Schumacher! No, mate, you were meant to sit in and watch, not race. So then, rolling start, 20-minute shootout, no tyre wear for anyone. Everyone should be on the softs. No weather or anything. It'll just be a complete 20-minute shootout. Don't worry, Schumacher, it's all good. It's the last race anyway, bud. Away they go then. Supercats lead them off, of course, in the reverse grid fashion in the HSR LMP1 car. He blocks off Senzu, entering in the first bend. Jolvo tying himself up there onto the inside as well. Ooh, Jolvo moves up to second place. Astral up to fourth. Senzu takes second place back. On the inside, Supercat now challenging. Yes, it's Senzu out in front. Supercat drops to fourth. The LMP1 class are battling it out here. Slice bread and Supercat has found the grass. JHS 13, the last of the runners in the LMP1 car. IT65 just finding the grass there in the head of the, well, I would say in head of the Group 3. He was, but not anymore. It is Panam in charge of the Group 3 category. Who is that has spun out? It's Senzu. Senzu has spun out. I also just got Icon there, just running a little bit wide. But Icon running in 6th place in the Group 3. Moves up to 5th after passing Freddy. So out in front then, in the LMP1 section, it's Astral in control of the race now from Lab 16 Racing. Santos from Team Astra in 2nd, and Sliced from SMFC in 3rd. Of course, it's between Sliced and Santos here to really make a difference in the points on where they finish. However, Astral and if forgotten who else is that's it, Freddy, sorry, dented bumper. If Freddy's able to pull off a phenomenal race for Lab 16 as well, things could very well change around towards the end. Slice bread though, half a second out from Astral. The grid seems to have taken its usual form now after the reverse grid start, but it's just a nice change up, if I'm honest, to see the other drivers at the back given a chance out at the front. So yes, half a second splits those two, and then a second and a half back to Nick Santos in 3rd. Jolvo from LSR Racing in 4th, and then Supercat in 5th with JHS 13, the stand-in driver for Good Smile Racing now, not Hyperspeed anymore. He's up against his old teammate Supercat, which I'm sure is a bit difficult on track to be able to get done, but the move is there indeed. Up the inside goes JHS 13. Even with that 0.5 penalty, he moves himself up into 5th. Supercat in 6th and Senzu in 7th. In the Group 3 category then, Panam still in the lead for the Group 3 in 1st. Icon in 2nd. Just over a second out, nearly 2 seconds actually from 2nd place, with SAS in 3rd, closing down behind him. About a second is the gap between those two. Big slide from SAS. Oh, and he's lost it. Just about recovers himself using the off track. Has to filter himself back in, and he does so behind Semi from Fleet Sport. That is now SAS down in 6th position after being in 2nd. What an unfortunate move. But it's now Icon in 2nd, and SAS was in 3rd. It's now ARPS in 3rd place, with Freddy from Lab 16 closely following in 4th. Semi in 5th, SAS 6th, with a 1 minute penalty just being undertaken there on the inside by IT in the HSR Ferrari. Oh, a bit wide from HSR, a bit of a contact from him and SAS as well. But looking at it and the gap that they've got, neither one has exactly gained an advantage there, so that's fine. Sliced, very, very close indeed with Astral. Slice Bread's taken lead of the race in the little meantime while we were looking at the Group 3. Astral looking to go around the outside of Slice. Can he make a stick? Not there. Slice shuts the door. He's going to have to think of another way around. Here coming on to the oval. Can he do it here? Again, no. Sliced is firm on his racing line. Not given any room. Astral's going to have to use the slipstream. Use the extended amount of tarmac between himself and the line here. And see what he can do. So how long are we in? Is this... We are racing now, right? I've lost my race counter. Where's my race counter? Oh. Anyway, I can see that we're just about a quarter of the way through the race. Gran Turismo glitches really need to sort themselves out. What are we going to do in the next stream? So the next stream is going to be Tuesday, and Tuesday's pretty much a religious thing now. It's a Group 3 Tuesday open lobby. The only thing that changes is whether we run sprints or whether we run a pit stop setup. Wednesday then shall be a car show, as we haven't done one of those for a while. And then Thursday shall see the return of the Karting Cup. And that's next week, of course. So Astral is now looking at defending off Nick Santos as opposed to attacking Slice Bread. Slice Bread 2 seconds out in front in the SMFC LMP1. Currently looking rather good for SMFC. That's only in the LMP1 category anyway, as SAS actually finds himself running dead last in the Group 3 category. He's had a nightmare of a time here. Of course, Daytona Road Course is actually one of SAS's specialties, other than the Nürburgring, of course. He'd completed a fair few 24-hour runs around this circuit, as well as multiple longer race stints under the sort of similar conditions to what we saw earlier. Shootout, of course, it could be a slightly different story, but if anything, it just means less strategy and more racing, so that should be where SAS shines. Currently, though, like I said, back of the grid for the Group 3 sections down in 7th, so not looking too healthy for SMFC in the points so far, but still with over halfway of the race, a decent amount left in it. Anything could happen for SMFC. Astro, though, from Lab 16 Racing, currently occupying 2nd place with Team Astra, Nick Santos behind. Team Astra, though, are looking very good for the points indeed. Even with Santos where he stands, they will knock SMFC off the top spot. Of course, only a point splits the pair of the teams as we entered into this last race, so it really is all to play for these two. Santos now looking to make a move on Astro into the first corner, entering the inner road circuit of Daytona. No such move could be made, though. Astro, with a phenomenal line out of turn 1, keeps himself over a second ahead and out of the slipstream range. Still far out from Sliced, 2.5 seconds out from Sliced. I think it was just sort of naturally that was what the race order was due to settle as. Astral, though, actually looking to put a faster lap in than Slice. Slice fastest lap of 1:31.9. Currently looking to be taken almost 2/10 off that from Astral. Santos still 1.1 out behind now. Santos doesn't quite have the same pace that Astral's got here. Certainly not on this lap anyway. Jolva, though, is having a much better race than what we'd seen last time. He's currently 4th. Although saying that, I think he finished 4th last race. Yes, he did. He finished 4th last race. And JHS, again, in 5th place in that Martini stand-in LMP1. Senzu just putting a move there on Supercat as we enter onto the outer oval. Senzu now in 6th place and Supercat in 7th for HSR. Panam in 1st place now, though. He's made his way around Icon and puts the LSR M6 out in front of the Group 3 category. Freddy in 3rd place, ARPS in 4th, Semi in 5th, SAS in 6th, and IT from HSR just unfortunately clipping the edge and going off there onto the grass in 7th place at the bottom of the Group 3 category. So again, let's just have a check through. Sliced Bread currently under a lot of pressure from Astral. Having to really switch his defence head on now as opposed to his just get the race done head. Astral really challenging him for that position, so much so that he takes it. Astral parks himself in front. It's now Sliced to have to put the attack and move on to now regain control of the race. But no, Astral with a phenomenal line here towards the end of the infield circle. Oh, bit of a slide there from both of the drivers. Slice runs a little bit wide. It is neck and neck onto the final oval. But using the inside line, Sliced Bread looks to come out on top so far. Although, no, Astral, fantastic exit onto the oval. And Astral takes point of the race. Sliced, once again, following on from behind. Santos, he's just winging it out in the back, just about a second out. You know, staying competitive and consistent with the front runners. I think he might even just at this point be waiting for a mistake. Half of a second between all three drivers. So yeah, it's a 1.1. I was ahead of him the whole time. Oh, you Padam? I'm terribly sorry, sir. But yes, Astral and Sliced and Santos all very close together. However, Astral with a 0.5 penalty could very well see Santos charge up behind Slice, and once again we see SMFC versus Team Astra. Astro, though, from 16 Lab Racing, just trailing behind currently. He's about a second and a half out from Santos, so not too far at all. Jolvo also 10 seconds back then from that leadership group, running pretty clean at the moment, 4.5 seconds behind to JHS 13 in 4th. 3.5 seconds is the gap between himself and Supercat in 6th from 5th, of course, JHS 13. Senzu then is 7th, just a second behind Supercat, so a move could also be made between those two. Pan Am, though, out in front in the Group 3 section in the LSRM6, still under pressure from Icon. Icon, of course, has raced phenomenally well here tonight and always in the Red Dragon lobbies. It's a pleasure to see grace our screens, and a phenomenal racer too. He has shown that as well tonight. He came first with a fantastically dominant run in the Group 3 sector last race out. Potentially could be seeing a win here, depending on if he can get past the Panama's defence. Panam's defence, it speaks for itself, I guess, in a way. I mean, Panam also an A-plus driver. He doesn't believe that he deserves A-plus, but I beg to differ. I believe Panam is one of the quicker drivers that we have in RDI. He's constantly improving his times, getting more consistent. You rarely do see mistakes from Panam, and I will also note that we rarely see Panam involved in any steward clips either. And if he is involved, he certainly isn't the aggressive party. So, Panam with Icon still very close behind indeed. Let's jump on board then with the rear of Panam as he defends off Icon around lap 7 here, just over the halfway point throughout the race. So, the pressure's still very much on. The race is nowhere near over, and anything could still happen between the grid. I can see, though, just quickly, I've missed that, but Santos now controls the race. It is Team Astra out in front, Slice from Team SMFC, trailing in 2nd. Astral then in 3rd from 16 Lab Racing. I really wonder when that happened. I'm so sorry that I'd missed that stream and missed the switch around. I really thought Slice was right out in front. An outside move for Slice, trying to put it onto Santos, but Santos' defence just steps out. He's not able to make the move there. In fact, he's actually got to worry more about Astral behind him than he has Santos in front. Astral could make a move any moment. Now a very dangerous position for Slice to be in indeed. What happened, Slice, if it was anything nasty? Oh, up to the chicane goes the LMP1 group, but also met by the leadership battle. Slice with a big bit of contact into the back end of Icon. Oh, that's the trouble. I'd say we were looking at Icon and Panam. I think they were actually battling it out, and I'm not too sure if Icon had actually overtaken him there, but due to a bump, Icon had to find the wall from Sliced. What do we do? I mean, nothing really we can do about that. They're in two completely different classes, so we can't ask one to give the position back to the other. All I could ask is just, again, to just try and be cautious when passing the trafficked cars. I know Slice didn't want to lose the gap that he had to Santos, as I'm sure it took a killing to be able to cut back down. There it is, though. There's the move. Sliced and Santos throw in the first position back and forth between each other. Both battling out. Elbows are out. Plenty of smacking either side. Slice with a little nudge there on that corner. Where's Santos gone? Oh, Santos is in the grass from the nudge. Sliced. ARPS bumped me and I spun. Just make sure you clip it, Freddy. Make sure you clip it, bud. I also haven't saved the races, so we can't go back and change things, unfortunately. But Santos was in control of the race, now down into 3rd and having to reset and go again at Astral. However, Astral not letting Slice get away with it. He's still behind him, less than a second out. Jolvo, meanwhile, still 11 seconds is the gap to the pace group. He's got 5 seconds behind him to JHS 13. 3 seconds then is the gap to Supercat. And Senzu just under 2 seconds back from Supercat. Panam, though, still out in front for the Group 3 section. It's okay, Panam, you can just spectate because the lobby will be over after this anyway. But yes, second penalty for Panam, unfortunately, which will put him very much into the grasp of Icon. But Icon's got a 0.5 himself. So that's unfortunately will change things round. Meanwhile, though, SAS has had a phenomenal recovery drive from that and has put himself now up into 3rd place in the Group 3 category. So once again, building the points back up for SMFC. ARPS is in 4th with Semi challenging in 5th. They now go 2 wide as they approach the start-finish line after the penalty. It's Semi still in control by literally a nose hair there. Into the first corner goes ARPS on the inside line. Later on the brakes goes ARPS, and the move is made. The McLaren from Good Style Racing parks himself up into 4th position in front of Semi. Pan Am and Icon still very, very close together indeed. SAS 4 seconds out from the pair and closing in rather fast, may I add. Pan Am and Icon within a second of each other. They've got... Supercat just behind Pan Am. Or just behind Icon, sorry. So we're going to be seeing a move made around the outside here from Supercat. There we go. And the LMP1 car is through. Icon gives himself a little bit of room as well, just to make the move easily. Nicely done, fella. Pan Am then, still a second out in front of Icon. Gap doesn't seem to be going anywhere though. Icon's definitely making him sweat and making him work for it. Pan Am knows that he cannot let his foot off the pace at all. Otherwise, it could very well be game over for his chance at a race win in the GT3 section here. Of course, it'll be the first race that he's won tonight, so I'm sure he's hunting for that. So the gap between Slice and Astral has opened itself up now to near 3 seconds. Astral and Santos have got a second between each other, so it's all to play for there. We're just entered into the last 4 minutes of the race, and yes, it will be starting to come to a close now. Looking at the lap times from the Daytona car, or from the LMP1 car, sorry, around about 1.5 minutes. Yeah, it's going to be looking at 17, 18... Yeah, it's probably going to be finishing around lap 13 for the LMP1 class. So the gap seems to have increased from the lead here from down to Jolvo. Do you think I need to get the GR10? I would recommend the GR10. It seems to be the quicker car here today. Sliced Bread's in the GR10. Astral... Not too sure as Astral. No, he's not in the R8 TDI. Is it? I think he's in the TSO 50. I want to say. No, I don't have a GR010, but yes, the GR010 does seem to be the competitive car here. Yeah, and say Slices also. I didn't see that, Danny. Anyway, so let's have a look back through. Then let's jump on board here. Pan Am. Group 3, defending the lead. Icon looks to go around the outside. No, tucks himself back in. On the inside, maybe. He finds a gap. He puts himself side by side. Door to door. Backs out, though, last minute to allow Pan Am to nip in ahead. Icon sets himself up for a much cleaner exit. Does he get it? I don't know. I think Pan Am's was just a touch better, though. As Pan Am starts to slowly tear away. Yeah, I think Pan Am had a much better exit out of that. Icon, I think backing out wasn't maybe the correct move. I think he should have maybe just sat behind Pan Am, kept there, and then made the move after the chicane. Of course, I'm talking to an A+ driver. He knows full well what to do. That's just my personal opinion as a bystander looking at the race without being involved in it as to what I would have done in that move. Third place then at the moment goes to Semi. SAS has taken a big L. He's down now to 5th. ARPS is in 4th for Good Smile Racing. They are 5th for Good Smile Racing JHS, so a fair bit of points there for Good Smile Racing. Hyperspeed though are looking, they're not looking the best for points so far. Supercat there looking at 2 points finish, and IT6585 is could potentially be 1 or 2 points here, depending on how this ends with Dented Bubba. So then, Sliced as he approaches the line for what could be the final time. With, yes, just under a minute to go. So that will be the final lap then. 13 it is. Or 13 is the laps here around Daytona. For near 6 second gap now between Sliced and Santos in second place. But Santos has got his hands full with Astral from 16 Lab Racing. He is really applying the pressure now, dancing all over the mirrors of the Toyota of Santos from Team Astra, making himself known. Final lap battle once again for the LMP1 class. It's the second time this has happened now in 2 races. Definitely something that we want to see again. This is phenomenal stuff. And once again it involves Santos and Astral. No, was it Astral? Oh, bit of a slide from Astral, but he recovers it nice enough. Puts himself on the outside. They go too wide onto the outer oval. It is Astral that comes out on top. The wide line and the downforce playing into the 16 lap driver's favour, and he tucks himself in front of the Brazilian Santos, but Santos comes back. Santos with one hell of a slipstream line from the back of Astral. He puts himself out in front to enter the chicane first. Well, second, if anything. And there it is, the end of the race then, as Sliced comes around the final corner to put himself... Oh, Astral though. Astral now second place. I missed that move. I'm going to go back and watch that if I can. No, it won't let me because it's at the end of the race. Fair enough. But it is a dive between the lines. Sliced across the line in first. Santos and Astral. It is photo finish, but it's Santos second place. Astral third. Jolvo comes across the line in fourth. Oh, he is 20 seconds out, so I was a bit premature on that one, but he's fourth. JHS 13. Can we talk in private after this? Off stream, yes, I'll have a chat with you both. Can make it quick though. So, Jolvo in fourth. JHS in fifth. Supercat comes across in sixth. And Senzu, he finishes the race in seventh. So that is the class for the LMP1 drivers. Now let's move our attention to the Group 3 then, as Pan Am and Icon in first and second place battle it out all the way to the line through the chicane, coming up to the penalty line for the final time on lap 12 for the Group 3 racers. It is Pan Am and Icon. Semi has just finished, he comes third. Of course that's due to the timing. It's photo finish. They are side by side. Icon at the last second puts himself in front of Pan Am, and it's Icon first place in the Group 3. Pan Am in the LSR coming second place, and Semi, from what I could see in the Group 3, came third. What a phenomenal race, guys. We'll save that replay and come back to it. But anyway, the fastest time goes to Sliced Bread with a 1:31.7. Of course, no points for that, but just mentioning it that it was a phenomenally quick lap. First place for Sliced Bread, second place for Nick Santos. Third goes to Astral, fourth goes to Jolvo. Fifth for JHS 13, the stand-in driver for Good Smile Racing. Supercat sixth for HSR. Senzu seventh, and that tops out the LMP1 drivers. Let me know when you're ready to move on to Group 3, my love. And say just a little delay in skipping over to the Group 3 drivers as we're getting the scoreboard for the final time updated for you all. Okie dokie. So, Group 3 then. Icon, first place. Very, very close battle indeed with Pan Am. It was sprint versus endurance all the way to the line from the start of the race. And what a battle you guys must have had. And to see you go side by side, photo finishing across that line, putting Icon in front after trailing to Pan Am the entire race, it was cinema. A fantastic race indeed for all of you. Well done to everyone who's raced tonight, and of course congratulations to everyone on your positions as well. Semi though, he finished third, and SAS from SMFC finished fourth, which could be the all-important decider when it comes to the points. ARPS was fifth, IT65 was sixth, and then Freddy was seventh. So IT was able to pick up the extra point there and not just finish with a single point. So, that, guys, was a phenomenal run. And unfortunately, yes, it was a 20-minute shoot as opposed to the 40-minute endurance you've been promised. It wasn't 3 endurance races like we thought. It was only the 2. But there was just a bunch of problems left, right, and centre, which unfortunately just caused everything to go skew-if, which is a shame. But no, guys, thank you so much for everyone that joined in and made this such a great evening. It was fantastic to be able to stream it for you all. Are we ready on the scoreboard? Okay, what? That's wrong, but it's fine. It's still standing from last time. So, finishing out the top of the LMP1 category is Sliced Bread from Team SMFC. So, well done to Sliced Bread. First place, a full clean sweep of all 3 races. It seems to have cut off the end there. Yeah, I think I'd rather it look like that, if I'm honest. That looks wicked. Much better. There we go. Okay, so yes, SMFC Sliced Bread was first place in the LMFC categories, or in the LMF1, or LMP1. Jesus Christ, my words. Whew. So, Nick Santos, second place for Team Astra. Well done. Astral, third place for 16 Lab Racing. Jolvo, fourth for LSR. And JHS 13 for GSR. Supercat in 6th for HSR, and then Senzu for SFR, or FSR. Senzu in 7th. Okay, so on to the Group 3 drivers. Change around though from the top spots. We've got Icon out in front with a full clean sweep instead. He finished with 21 points. SAS in 2nd place from SMFC, and Panam from LSR in 3rd. ARPS came 4th from GSR, Semi 5th from FSR, and IT85656 6th in HSR, and then Dented Bumper from 16 Lab Racing was 7th. So what we're just waiting for now, guys, is the all-important team standings and finding out where the teams came. Are we ready on the teams, or nearly? Last couple on the teams. Like, realistically, I mean, you could do your own maths by all means, but we'll see it here in the flesh in just a moment. Honestly, just waiting for that nod from Casper, and we'll find out who the winner of the team is. SMFC, I got to have a chat with Team SMFC after this, so yeah, I'll make sure to just... Guys, make sure to remind me, message me on Discord and I'll pick it up quickly before I come away from my desk. Right. Oh, it was going to be Team Astra or SMFC, no doubt. A lot of people actually said SMFC. Are we ready though? Okay. So, the winner overall tonight is Team Astra, with just by 1 point, may I add. 1 point. 38 points in total for Team Astra. Well done to Team Astra. So we'll give them one of those. Fantastic racing, guys. Well done. Thank you, Casper. I'm leaning in the way there. There we go. Fantastic racing, guys. SMFC a very close second indeed. Just 1 point in it over the 3 races. A fantastic result for both of those teams, I'm sure. Third place was LSR, the admin team. That's Jolvo and Panam. They finished in 3rd with 28 points, clearing them out from 16 Lab Racing in 4th by 8 points there between the pair. Fleet Sport Racing and Good Smile Racing managed to end on a tie, 5th and 6th. Both with 17 points, and then Hyperspeed Racing, but unfortunately they had a lot of problems with the drivers and connecting, so weren't able to get a complete full run, but they finish up the teams coming last with 11 points. But no, a full congratulations to Team Astra in the form of Nick and Icon. Both of you guys are phenomenal racers, so well done indeed. But no, guys, thank you very, very much for joining. That's all we have got time for tonight, and that has been it for the RDR streams this week. We'll be back again next week with another round of streams, so make sure to stay tuned in on the channel to see when the schedule go live. But of course, this being the Discord community night, be the best place to tell you that that's where you find out everything about next week's streams first. We'll post all the schedules in there. We post any ideas that we've got coming up, plus the suggestions. It's all in the Discord, guys. So yes, make sure you head on over to there if you haven't done so already. It's where we sorted it out for tonight. Anyway, though, guys, if you haven't done so already, smash the like button on me for the stream before we disappear. Hit the sub button if you're not already subscribed. But other than that, though, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Peace out, and we will catch you in the next one. Take it easy.
Bye.